The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
Three, two, one, ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. Set, go. Three, two, one, ready, set, go. Three, two, one, ready, set, go.
Good evening, everybody. It's soccer time here in the Hub City.
Oh, yeah.
As the Lubbock Matadors set to host Austin United FC in a big NPSL battle. Devin Ward here alongside John Bocanegra for the second straight time. Love to see that you're back, man.
I'm glad that I was invited back.
Look at this shirt, too. He went and
Oh,
purchased
yeah,
this shirt down
absolutely.
here. Of course, that's one of the amazing things you could do here at a game as you come see the Lubbock Matadors and get some cool swag. John, we just got done last week, watched a big home match, a big 2-1 win. And the good guys are back home hosting Austin United. They're coming off of a big win, and so this is a game of two teams that they're coming in on a positive note.
One team hot. One team getting there.
Yeah,
And we know which side our guys are on.
the scorching hot because it's 100+
Yeah.
degrees is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the Laredo Heat left town, but left the heat with them.
Oh, they left it behind, and I mean it's still a perfect day. We got a breeze coming in. It's actually going north.
Yeah.
North, yeah. That might favor whoever's
South to
going
north.
Oh yeah, that might favor whoever's shooting on that goal for sure.
Well, and the goalkeeper, once they have to clear it, I bet we see some kicks 75 yards.
We have a battle of two good goalkeepers too.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. Sam Gomez, of course, been red hot all year. I've only given up, 4 or 5 goals all season. And then, of course, on the other side, the NPSL Goalkeeper of the Month played for the month of May for Austin United. So, yeah, a battle of really good goalkeepers. We do want to mention today's broadcast is sponsored by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. At Mears, you'll find the best inventory, the best process, and best prices. Since 1971, our focus is to provide our clients with an exceptional buying experience. That's a long time, 1971.
That's excellence. From that point on to now, excellence.
Excellent. 50+ years. Go check out our friends at Mears Mazda Volvo. Okay, so today we want you to subscribe on our YouTube channel, and John and I are going to harp on it basically all game because we kind of have a goal. Last game, we were saying 75, right?
Apologies, I did not reach out to our 75th subscriber. YouTube makes it hard to get in contact with you just through the comments. But the ticket offer still stands. We have one more match.
We do.
It still stands, so don't worry.
Yeah, I got a little nervous there. I don't know if you saw me, John. I covered my face. I was a little nervous about it. Like, oh, no.
Our numbers actually jumped up. Thank you
We
again
did.
for everybody watching on the YouTube live stream.
Yes, currently coming in last night when we were getting ready for the game, we were at 102 subscribers. Let's go!
Big ups to you.
let's-
Thank you
let-
for supporting us.
Yes, 102 subscribers. Our goal was to get to 75. We ended the game in the low 90s, and John and I were blown away by it. We were thinking like a reasonable goal was like 25 new
It's like,
subscribers.
yeah, we'll do it incrementally, and it'll
Yeah.
be fine. We'll see where we go from there. No, it boosted all the way
Yeah,
up.
we doubled the subscription amount, and we want to do it again tonight. So new goal, new opportunities, maybe some new things for the July 5th game when we have West Texas FC come to town. We'll get into that in just a moment. We were talking about the heat, though, John. It's 100+ out there. It is scorching hot, and like we know when they play on turf, it's even hotter.
Oh, yeah.
So I think a key tonight is hydration.
I expect a water break or two to happen. We had 2 in the last game.
We did.
One half, we'll break. We'll take second half. We'll take another break too. It's scorching down there, and we were pitch side before we got on air, and the players didn't mind too much.
No.
Just getting the routines in, getting the work in, getting all the touches in. But that breeze does help a little bit too, especially with the shade kind of pulling in a little bit too. I
Yes.
think we'll be fine.
Yeah, the breeze is about 20 miles per hour, and it'll hover around that. By the end of the game, we'll be in the 90s, and so weather is going to be a factor tonight. My forehead was glistening when we were out there, and we were out there
Mine's
for a
still
little bit.
glistening. Y'all probably can't see it. It's still
Oh,
glistening.
he's
though.
going to get close. Love it. But John talked about a team that's red hot, and that's the Lubbock Matadors. They remain undefeated in sports. They say there's a sophomore slump, John, and this is the second year of the Lubbock Matadors, and we have not seen a sophomore slump. Right now, the Matadors are 7-0-0 on the season. But even better, they're ranked second in the NPSL, not in the Lone Star Conference, but in the entire nation. Out of 94 teams, the Lubbock Matadors are ranked second, and that's pretty impressive.
That was excellent news to wake up to. The depth has a lot to do with that. We'll see when we get to the lineups. But with the Lubbock Matadors being as deep as they are, you're kind of afforded to do a little bit of rest for your starters, kind of get more touches for everybody else, develop from the bench, deep within the bench, too. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, depth has been a really big thing for the Matadors this season, and you'll see some of the depth showcased tonight, as John had just alluded to. But what's left for the Matadors after this, right? Because we thought this was going to be the last home match of the season. When they released the 2023 schedule, they thought this was it. But we had a rainout week 1 against West Texas FC, so the Matadors will be back home July 5th, but they have 2 road contests in between that. The Denton Diablos right after this game, and then I believe they go on the road to West Texas FC, and so there's 3 more contests. And this is where the good teams need to elevate their play even more, right? Because they want to make a statement going into the playoffs, playing their best football at the right time.
You're literally putting your best foot forward. And with the lineups changing a little bit, we talked to Coach before the match, but with the lineup changing a little bit, you do have that level of consistency. The messaging is still the same. Go out there, play your best football, play fast, and play hard.
Absolutely. One thing I liked about in our pregame conversation, we had a couple of positive things happen to us, John, down there. I don't know if you noticed it. The Austin United coach said he watches our games. What? Okay.
Excellent.
We'll take that. And then Coach Gilbert said what we've been saying on the broadcast all year, that the left side defensively on the pitch for the Matadors has been excellent, and they were able to rotate a bunch of different guys in all year long.
We've had rotations coming in. It's from both sides, literally, of the formation. And with that being as strong as it is, no matter who's back there, defense is your strength. Defense wins championships, and we all know that. With that back line being as solid as it is with the rotations that we've had in there, that bodes well for the Matadors, honestly.
The Austin United has been stellar on defense as well, but has not translated into the win column as much as they probably were hoping for coming into the season. Currently, Austin United's 1-3-2 on the season, sitting 8th in the Lone Star Conference play, but are fresh off of a 2-0 win over Brownsville, which Brownsville went toe-to-toe with the Matadors here in town, a very good team. A red card was issued in the first half of that match, and that could have made the difference. But, man, they're coming in confident and thinking they have another chance to upset another team.
Whatever you did before, you kind of want to generate that. Obviously, the teams are different. The matchups are different. But you want to carry that energy into this match, too. Training goes well. You're on the training ground. You're doing all the things right. You see what you have in your players, and it's just positivity all the way around. But Austin's last 5, loss, draw, loss, postpone, win. That's great for them with the win coming into Lubbock, especially with as hot as this team has been.
You talk about postpone. There was some breaking news this week in the Lone Star Conference. Gallos FC, Vamonos Gallos, they're no longer with us anymore. And not 100% clear why they're no longer, but their game that they had here in Lubbock was a draw. It was a draw. 1-1 game. It was a tie, but that game was eliminated. So the Matadors went from 7-0-1 to 7-0-0.
Yep.
And it boosted them even higher in the NPSL rankings. But we want to wish the very best to the Gallos team, because there was a lot of great people within that awesome program.
It was a strong team, very, very young, youthful team with all the vigor that they had. And it's sad to see that, especially in a league that's budding and growing. You want to see more development like that, and it's a sad thing to hear.
Yes, and we'll get into more on that in the broadcast. I have some quotes from some of the articles that I read on the internet that we'll get into for tonight, but we want to talk about tonight's game, right? Not the past game that we had. It's the Matadors versus Austin United FC. You know, I'm having to get used to something here, John.
What's that?
Some soccer teams don't have mascots.
That's not uncommon.
I know it's not uncommon, but as a Texan, that root, seeing all
I
these
think it's
high
as
school
an
sports,
American, you're used to every team having a mascot.
That's got to be it, because I'm like, Austin United, what are they? Austin United.
They are together.
Yes, they are united.
And that's it. That's all you need for this, especially
Absolutely.
coming off a 2-0 win. They're as united as they can be coming in on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Matadors, though, coming in on a pretty impressive streak in themselves. If you noticed, they've been undefeated. But what if I told you the winning streak, John, isn't just this season? It dates back to last season.
I'd believe you.
Yeah, they're currently on a 12-match win streak. The last loss was June 11th, 2022 to FC Brownsville. It was a 2-1 loss out at Lowry Field. If there was some wood in here, I would knock on wood. There's no wood in here, so I'm going to go with the desk. Don't want to jinx it.
Composite desk.
Yeah, don't want to jinx it, John, but they're on a 12-match win streak, and that's been overlooked and not really talked about, and I wanted to bring it up tonight.
I think we talked about it last week, too, especially with the mentality from, again, top down all the way through. We're good. We're as good as we are. We can be better, but we're not thinking that we're better than anybody. Because you take it by a game-by-game basis, honestly.
And when I say win streak, I need to say they haven't lost,
Undefeated
right? Because
streak.
yes, because there's been some ties in there, but still 12 matches where you have not seen an L go in the loss column is really impressive.
Are we looking at an invincible season? You know what the Invincibles are?
I've heard of the
Arsenal.
Okay. Yes.
Unbeaten, draws, wins, never lost.
Never lost.
The
That would be really cool.
The anniversary
if that
of
could
that
happen.
team. The anniversary of that team's coming up this season.
Well, and then you think about it. If you're at 12 games, there's 12 games in the NPSL schedule. So technically, you kind of done that.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. If you want to put it like that.
Yeah.
We're not counting our chickens yet, though.
Yeah, we can't count. And that's the second time John's told me that today. So I need to
I'm
make
just
sure I'm not.
instilling it as a fan. Of course, I'm a fan of the team, but as a former player, it's like you got to make sure you keep that mindset. The win isn't in the win column yet.
Yes.
It could be a draw. Lubbock could lose this match, too.
Yeah, Austin United's coming in really confident, coming off of a big 2-0 victory over Brownsville, which was sitting third, and I think still sitting third in the Lone Star Conference standings. So they would be in the postseason.
Yep.
And so they beat a team that's in the postseason as of right now. Of course, tonight is Live Oak Animal Hospital night, John.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As you've heard, you will hear throughout the broadcast, it is tonight, and I'm sure if you've seen the commercial for it, John, you're a guy that creates commercials all the time.
Yep.
So have you seen the commercial for it? It's Notorious going in limping on a crutch. And I thought
fantastic.
it was TV gold. Notorious trusts Live Oak Animal Hospital, and you should too. Go check them out.
Absolutely. Hey, Notorious is on the field right now.
It looks like Live Oak Animal
Looking
Hospital.
good.
He's not on crutches. He's not limping. So Live Animal Oak Hospital got him fixed
We
up.
have a special first kick tonight, too.
We do, and it's from an animal. Have we seen a second mascot here? That has been the trend all the matches here.
It's been carried.
It has been a trend. We saw the armadillo from Texas Roadhouse last game, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
counted.
Yep.
Before that, it was
counts.
Wada Guy.
Yep, he
It was
was in.
Texas Tech Raider Red, and then, of course, the first game we introduced Notorious.
Yep. Oh, that's great. Is this Austin's potential new mascot? I mean, not from here, but like carrying it forward.
Yeah, I don't think they made the trip. I see a lot of purple and white down there, though. That's what they're going to be rocking tonight. I love their unis. They have a purple sash that goes across like a stripe.
Oh, yeah, that's a great kit. It kind of looks like a U.S. men's national team older kits.
Yeah, like circa 2015, 16.
Way older than that.
Way
actually.
older than
Yeah.
that. I don't
Carlos
know.
Bocaneda was still on the team.
Okay.
No relation.
No, I was going to ask.
He's a defender. I played everything. But
Yeah, you're the Swiss Army knife on the soccer pitch.
he's from California. I'm from here, so no relation.
Well,
to
you were
him.
the one winning then, right?
Hey, he was the
He's
captain.
yeah,
he was the
he's-
captain.
Yeah, he was on the team, and we're sitting at home watching, so I guess he was winning. This season, though, Austin United has not been able to put the ball in the back of the net very often. They have 4 goal scorers who has put the ball in the back of the net for them this year, headlined by Ethan Roberts and Adam Knotson. They've scored 2 goals. Enrique Alvarez and Orlando Frias have both scored a goal as well. They're in the lineup for tonight, and so they have some options and some really athletic players on the offensive end for them.
We can kind of get to the keys of the game for this one, too.
Let's do it.
Coach Gilbert talked about, too, preventing the counterattack. You don't want Austin to kind of get ahead of steam and then just run downhill from there. I know we have Sam Gomez in the back, but even then you don't want to have to rely on him too much. But with the back four playing as strong as they are, especially we saw in the last 20 minutes last game, I mean, it's a recipe for success for Austin, but also kind of plays into the hands of the Matadors as well. But it's just unstoppable force, immovable object colliding.
Yeah, something's going to
That's a matchup. That's a matchup I'm looking for right there.
Absolutely. You know, the second, what was it, first touch, second touch, the Matadors did a really good job of that
Oh,
last game.
yes,
That
they
was
did.
one of their keys to victory. And they played a really good first half against their last opponent. I'm drawing a blank on who their last opponent was, and I shouldn't
It was
because
Laredo.
we were
It was
there,
Laredo.
the Laredo Heat. And then, the like you talked about, the last little bit, the defensive stand towards the end. We both had knots in our stomachs because of
We also got so worked up, we thought there was 10 men on the field for the Matadors, and we made that mistake. Sorry for us.
why don't we let John have his moment here, because he texted me that night
I'll
about
have my moment. We messed up.
it happens.
Live stream, you can keep us honest, too, with that. So go ahead
Yes.
and feel free to comment away on that.
Yes.
But with the way that Lubbock was playing in the defensive end, strong, very solid back four, preventing all those counterattacks, And again, winning those second chance balls. Actually, it didn't even get to the second chance at any point. It was first chance in. Lubbock traps it, passes it in, funnels the midfield, and continues the attack.
It was a lot of fun to see, and John's been holding that heavy on his heart since last Thursday.
I
and he
can't
wanted
believe
to,
I missed that. We both counted. We saw a player come off the field, and we thought, well, we were a man down at that point. But nope, that was
I
our
would
mistake.
be lying to you if I told you I counted. I kind of just trusted you. I went with it.
Well,
It
now we know.
happens.
Now we know. Now we know.
Double check, triple check. We'll be on it tonight.
But with Austin's attack being heavily present, again, you talked about goalkeeper of the month too. There are things to watch for Lubbock to actually have more adversity than they think.
Andrew Bremer is the goalkeeper for the Austin United team. Like he just said, he was tabbed as the NPSL Player of the Month back for the month of May. And when you see him play, you see right away why he was. He does a great job and isn't afraid to lay it out on the line. He's a huge reason why they have not given up many goals this season. Now there's going to be a moment of silence coming up as an NPSL player tragically lost his life earlier this week, and we're going to honor that moment of silence with the fans here.
Matadors, thank you very much. You will please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Shelby Stedham, season ticket holder from year one and a huge Matadors fan, and will follow the starting 11 for the Austin FC and your Lubbock Matadors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare dazzles bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the left and the free, and the
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem. John, we're moments away from first kick, which means time for our starting 11 presented by United Supermarkets.
Yeah, let's do it.
You ready to get into it? Our starting 11 for Austin United getting the start is Edward Alonzi. He's going to be rocking number 27. Kobe Coleman, number 12. Number 3, Eric Embry. Number 13, Orlando Frias. He's one of the ones that have put the ball in the back of the net this season for Austin United. Juan Galindo is going to be rocking number 4. Number 14, Xavier Martinez. Number 15, Jaime Melbourne. Number 19, Julius Dinde. Number 9, Lucas Pedrozo is going to be on the reserve. Giannis Sapin is going to be getting the start with number 6. And then to round it out, Martin Telez, number 5. For the Lubbock Matadors, in goal, number 1, Sam Gomez. He's been sensational this year, John.
The Great Wall of Lubbock.
Yes, from Southern Illinois University, hometown St. Louis. Mitar Mitrovic getting the start, a freshman from Marquette. He's got 2 goals this year. Kodai Kobayashi getting the start. Wasn't he the player of the game last time?
He was man of the match, and for good reason, too.
Or was it Hirokawa? I can't remember. It was either one of those two.
I can check into that.
Yeah, we'll look into that. Andres Mata coming off of an ankle injury, making his return back tonight. He's in the starting lineup, rocking number 8. Pana Giorgio rocking number 12. He's on the defensive side. He does have 1 goal this season. Stefan Moreira getting the start, rocking number 11. Number 13, Andres Collin getting the start as well from Stetson University. Ville Aloha back in the starting lineup as well from an injured nose. And then Ethan Jiwa McNeil, and of course, Lovro Horvat. And then to finish things out, Demetrius Leonglu. So there's your starting 11 presented by United Supermarkets. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Some of the comments on here, Hector McNeil saying, "Hi guys, you all okay?"
Hey, we're doing well.
Are you doing well? It's kind of hot again.
Oh, I mean, it's a little bit chilled in here, but hey, that breeze is coming in. Feels good.
It does. Donato 8 Nacho subscribed.
Hey, that's what's up. We're trying to get those numbers up. Thank you.
Yes. Roles Frias, 3 thumbs up. And then Michael Salazar, hey, what's up? Ready for another dub? We'd love to see another dub for the Lubbock Matadors. Of course, Austin United is a team that's coming in pretty confident. Of course, I believe we're about to see our first kick tonight. And, John, this is a unique first kick, a live animal.
You told me about this. I really hope it's trained to take this kick.
Of course, tonight is live Oak Animal Hospital night. They're on 98th and Slide, I believe.
They are.
Yes.
We do need to clarify, too, that this is not an animal night. I know the Lubbock Matadors Instagram page had to issue that on Facebook as well.
Yeah, fans are wanting to bring their animals out here, and rightfully so.
Yeah, it would be great. That pavement's probably a little too hot for the paws, though.
Yes. You know where they could take their animals?
No.
2 Docks.
Great. That's a
Right?
great point.
That is. I've seen animals out there all the time out
I've
at
been
2 Docks.
tempted. Been tempted to take my dog out there.
You should. I would not take my dog. I got one of those little 8-pound yappy dogs. He would be barking up a storm, and everybody would be miserable.
Kodai was man of the match for the last match, to confirm.
Boom. There you go.
Played extremely well. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, yes. The last time these 2 teams played is the second time, of course, that these 2 clubs have matched up in Lone Star Conference play. These 2 clubs faced off here in the LBK last year. The Matadors won big on June 22nd, 5-0. I know they would love to copy and paste on that one, right?
Let's match that result if you can. But again, we're watching for the downhill attack from Austin. But the back 4 for Lubbock, looking pretty solid.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's an interesting first kick. You watching this, John? The owner is telling the dog to jump up and hit it with its head. We got Airbud out
I was
there.
about to say, that's some Airbud action right there. Get a good first touch. I
Hey.
want to see how good this first touch is.
Yeah.
Very well trained.
Yeah. I'm not talking because I'm so dialed in. I need to be talking.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's see it.
Get that first touch in. A nose for the ball. Let's see. Oh.
Hey, I like that.
It was Paul's
Oh,
first.
he's
That's
still
a right
going.
touch. That's a right touch.
He's still going for it. So there you go. There's your first kick. Of course, tonight's live Oak Animal Hospital night, and that's really cool. Of course, we do want to promote our next home match because this was supposed to be the last one of the year. Mark your calendars for July 5th because it's officially official. The Lubbock Matadors will make up their rain game from earlier this year against West Texas FC on July 5th. The
Rivalry.
El Dustico.
Yeah, there you go. You got
Yes.
it.
It only took 5 home matches to get it. El Dustico Trophy. Of course, they'll go to play West Texas FC in Midland that following Saturday, and it'll be between those 2 matches that decides who gets that trophy. But make sure you're here for the final regular season game, July 5th, as we host our new rivals, West Texas FC.
Hey, I'll be here.
I think we're getting a lot of new rivals this year, John.
How many do you think? 3
well,
at least.
I think-
3 at least.
Yeah, I think Brownsville. I think we're a rival for them.
Solid one. Solid one.
Because that was a chippy game.
Shout out to Brownsville.
Yes. I think Brownsville, because last year Fort Worth came in and beat us on the opening match, I felt like Fort Worth was kind of a good choice. And then, of course, we came back and beat them in the second match. As we are underway now. Oh, and McNeil kind of trying to jump in front of the defender there. Oh, man, and in the box already, and they're having to clear it out right there.
Aggressive attack, especially with the keeper being
Right
off his line, too.
Yeah, right from the start. They're coming out guns a-blazing.
You love to see it.
Yeah, on a
I'm
Wednesday.
stealing your line. You love to see
you
it.
love to see it. That's a good line. Here's our first Signature Stag corner kick. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. John printed us out some new stat sheets, and I'm
Let's
anxious to
go. Game card stats. Let's get them down.
Ooh, McNeil tried to hit that with a header there. And it went out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Austin United. Trying to keep stats here.
Oh, no, I got you.
Okay. Mozos, of course, in full force. John, I love the attendance here tonight already as you look down onto the fans. 3,900 came and saw the Matadors beat the Laredo Heat 2-1. On a Thursday night, 6 days later, here we are again, and I think there might be more fans.
I was about to say, I think that number might be a little bit higher. We didn't see that many at the pregame, but again, of course, with this match starting at 7:30, trickling in, filling up the stands,
and it's
too.
a Wednesday.
Oh, it looks great.
100 degrees.
Midweek match.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Oh, terrible touch.
It's going to go out of bounds, a throw-in. Of course, a lot of new faces tonight in the Matadors starting lineups, but that's good because it shows the depth of this team. And Coach talked about how they earned it in practice, and that's something that he talks about all the time with us, that the players that get to see time on the pitch earned it in the training sessions leading up to it.
That's part of why we see a different lineup in the back. There's different players in the midfield, too, and we got players returning from injury basically coming up top, too.
Right. And that's good to see that they're coming back from injury. You know, it takes a lot to run a program like the Matadors here are in town. It takes a commitment from everybody from the top down, but most importantly from the players, right? Because they're here during their off season, during their college time period, right? They're getting ready for their upcoming season. And so when you have as many players as the Matadors do that are bought in, that means you got something special here.
You see it, too, in the community events that they're involved in. Just love being around everyone in West Texas.
Got 67 people tuning in right now, John, on the live stream. I want to hear from everybody, though. That's what we want to do. And make sure you share.
Get those comments in.
I think that's what makes it fun, is that we interact with all of the people here on the comment section. And as long as it's appropriate, I will read it.
Okay, that's a good stipulation to have.
Because I almost got in trouble one game.
You told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first match commentating with you last week. Great interaction from everyone watching on the live stream. That was awesome.
Yeah, 100%. John, I think you gave us the master's edition of the stats. I'm going to get a master's degree doing stats tonight.
You will. We saw Austin pressing the right side a little bit, too. We talked about the Lubbock left side defense being very strong, and they're testing it early.
Matadors right now, John, ranked second in the country in the NPSL.
Not by accident.
No, and it's of course, I think it's a lot by goal differential, goals for, goals against, and then, of course, the points and win-loss record. And so it's a lot of statistics that put you up there, but that means you're having a special season is what that means.
We talked with Coach Gilbert before, and he would like to see that differential be a little bit higher. Lubbock rested on their laurels, too, going up 2-0 in the last match, but he wants to see that differential go up a little bit more. And we've seen it throughout the season, middle of the season. Lubbock can score in bunches. So it's not a surprise if we see that tonight.
Right, yeah. There was a 7-1 contest back in the day. I'm trying to remember the game. I actually, you know what? I have it pulled up. I can find it for you. I do want to say, though, Tajay Grant saying the stream is good quality. Tajay is, I believe, our friend that was supposed to get the 75th subscriber ticket. Oh, man.
We talked to the marketing team, too. We'll get something worked out.
So the 7-1 contest was against Central Texas Coyotes when they went to Temple. That was the second match of the season for the Matadors. Of course, on top of that, the Matadors beat Corinthians FC of San Antonio in San Antonio 5-1, and that's a sneaky good team as well.
It is. It was a great road result that you want to, especially playing almost back-to-back matches. Short time, short rest in between. But again, we talked about the depth for Lubbock being as deep as it is. No problem switching out the lineups and getting fresh legs in there.
I'm looking at the schedule from this year, John. Matadors have only given up 4 goals all season long, and have scored a total of 25. So that goal differential is 21.
That's a great tackle.
I believe that was Demetrius over there on that far side.
Excellent pressure. Not allowing Austin to kind of send it in like we saw Lubbock do last week. Keep pressuring him. Force him outside.
Absolutely. I think the breeze is helping out there tonight. Of course, the fans, you know, they sit here on the west side of the stadium, so the sun is being blocked by the stands. And so I bet it's a beautiful night for soccer out there as the Matadors are putting the pressure here right now. And Bremer sends it the other way. John, what were the keys to victory tonight for Coach Gilbert and company as we talked to him pregame?
Coach Gilbert talked about stopping the counterattack. Lubbock, again, with the strong back four. I have no doubt that they can maintain that. Oh, there's a nice break on the edge there. Good through ball.
Yeah, and there's going to be a crossing opportunity. Noah shot on goal, just to the side.
That's a great look. Tough spot for the keeper to be in, too. You're either anticipating the cross coming in as you did in the middle, but a good cheeky, a little cheeky shot there.
Okay. I'm going to count that as a shot on goal, though, so it'll be the
let's do
first
it.
on the game for the Lubbock Matadors. Danto 8 Nacho saying Dale.
Dale, dale.
Oh.
That's the cheer that the Moses are doing.
Well, you know what? This is why we have John in the booth, because he's been in the stands. He knows the cheers, and
It's
it's pretty
such a
fun.
fun atmosphere, too.
I'm missing out, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you can take a game off and then just go down there, just be a fan of the game, have some fun there.
I don't know if I could do that, man. I have too much. I have too much fun in here.
I was about to say,
And,
yeah.
and you're making it fun, too.
Hey.
Alexander Hernandez, this is a great stream. Will the games be streamed on YouTube? For the Lubbock Matadors, Alexander, yes. This is the official home of all the broadcasts for the Lubbock Matadors. You can find the coaches show on here and so many other great things for the Lubbock Matadors. The other clubs, I cannot speak for them. A lot of their games are like on 11 Sports. And
That is a good website. You just got to get past the cookies a little bit, and you're all right.
yeah, and you got to be looking out for those because a lot of times the string, there's
A great cross in.
yeah, pass inside and the Matadors.
Austin exploring the left side of the field, or the right side for the defense.
That was there was about 6 Matadors in the box right there for one Austin United player, but the aggressiveness is shown right there.
We talked about, I didn't get to finish the keys of the match, but Austin, again, trying to get downhill. Lubbock mucking it up in the middle again like they did last week against Laredo. Good through ball opportunity there.
Yes, to McNeil, and a little shove right there by McNeil, but
Physical, good.
Yeah, the
great
separation.
cross in.
ooh,
Heavy touch, heavy first touch there.
Yeah, mishandled there by Mitar Mitrovic. He knows it. But, again, you see the opportunities happening to them for the Matadors, and when you make opportunities, you have chances to put the ball in the back of the net.
And that happens with the build-up, from the back through the middle, up top. Methodical is what you want to see from Lubbock, and they're doing a great job right now.
I believe that went off the back of an Austin United player, but not 100% sure. The assistant says that, and so it's going to go with the Matadors. Nikki saying, watching my son, number 14 for Austin United FC, hoping for a good game.
Hey.
Good luck to both teams. Nikki, love to have you tuning in tonight. Number 14, of course, is Martinez tonight for Austin United. John, I don't know if you're similar to I am, but I love to look at the opposing team's venues, where they play at. Do you do that?
I do tend to look at, another break there in the middle. Almost getting past the center back there.
Right.
No, I love it. You want to know your enemy.
Yes.
You want to know how they operate, how much support they have behind them. But no, I haven't seen their stadium.
Well, their home pitch is an interesting one to look at, especially I do this when I'm doing their homework. But they play at the Round Rock Multi-Purpose Sports Complex.
Oh,
The
okay.
facility is one of a kind, really. They have a massive building in one end of the soccer pitch, right behind the goal. It's a 2-story venue. On the bottom appears to be restrooms, concession stands, and your stereotypical things to have at a stadium.
Oh, yeah.
But the second floor, the second half, looks to be like an amenities suites kind of thing. No way 4,000 Matador fans could fit in their stadium.
There's no way.
There's no way. But
Also,
overall,
this-
it looks
this
like a
does
really
sound-
nice facility.
It sounds very Austin, too, and I expect nothing less of that.
The 2-story facility
yeah.
with, it looks like luxury suites.
Here's your amenities. They probably have a hot tub in there.
Yeah. Going back to, Nacho says yep to you, John.
Indirect kick right here for Austin United. Trying to pack in the box too. You want to have your tallest players in there. It's as simple as that. With the winds pushing this way too, you can kind of see a little bit of a
Across into the middle.
Yep, there you
Gomez
go.
is going to go climb the ladder
a
and
little high there.
tip it up in the air. He tonight he's rocking an armband. He said that he heard it in the Corinthians game, and it's just a precaution. The arm feels good, but that was something that definitely we noticed pregame, and that wasn't their last game.
We saw him full range of motion, getting his throws in, getting his grabs in there, except for that last one that we saw just now. But he said he was fine. He said he was great, and he looks great.
He does. All right, John, what if I told you that when we started this broadcast, we were at 111 subscribers?
I would not have believed you.
Yeah, well, we were at 111, so that kind of resets my goal for tonight's game.
Okay.
I'm thinking 140.
That's reasonable, though.
You want to do 150?
How about 145? Let's split the difference. 145.
No, I say 150. Let's do it.
Okay, all right.
Let's put
150
the
straight
pressure
up.
on.
Yeah,
So
150
we
straight
want
up.
150 subscribers by the end of this match. Ooh, and some physical play.
Yep, going the other way.
Yep,
in
going
favor
the
of
other
Boston.
way. So we want to hit 150. For the last home match, of course, Tajay, we're going to get you your ticket because Tajay was the 75th subscriber.
Yes.
But if you're the 150th subscriber, let us know in the comments, and we'll take you out to the pregame party, huh? I think that's the
Let's
best.
have ourselves a good time. It's always a good time, too, at the pregame.
John and I were basically yelling at each other because the DJ was bumping to some
he
T
was
Swift,
killing it.
and he had a guy in a champion shirt that was standing next to him having the best time.
Everyone wanted to pretend like they didn't know the lyrics, but they knew the lyrics.
I knew I was trouble when I walked in. Is that a T? Oh, man.
Oh, no.
And I'm over here singing T Swift now. All right, back to the action, huh?
Austin maintaining possession. No, it looks like it's going the other way.
Matador's going to have a throw in here. Of course, that is Kodai Kobayashi with the honors of throwing it in.
We talked about Lubbock mucking it up, and Austin is running through sludge right now in the midfield.
I don't know if that was ball or not.
No, that's a foul. Through and through.
Lovro Horvat there. Standing at 6'2". Lovero's he passes the eye test, John. He looks like a ball player.
He looks like a ball player, moves like a ball player, has the mindset of a ball player. Devin, I don't know about you. Might be a ball player. Good through ball on the edge.
Yeah, McNeil leading the charge here. Did not great defense by Austin United, but that's going to be a signature stack corner kick, I believe.
Goal kick.
That's going to be a goal kick. Great stuff by the defender there by Austin United, though, because McNeil is not a slow guy. He has some wheels on him,
Yep.
and the defender was able to catch up to him, get a step in front of him, and cause that to go out of bounds.
Coach talked to us earlier about wanting to keep the pressure on, pedal to the metal, and Austin is doing a fantastic job right now, kind of stifling them. Both the attack on both sides is almost identical, which is crazy. Speed on both sides, solid defense on both sides too. It's the keeper matchup, actually. That's what I'm looking forward to right now.
I've been looking.
That perked my ears up when we talked about it.
Gomez versus Brimmer. Yeah, and we were talking about how he was the NPSL Player of the Month on the team. It was like an NPSL all NPSL team, and his name was the goalkeeper. And giving up 8 goals this season, that's quite impressive. But then you look at Gomez and the year he's had, it kind of makes you, because he's only given up 4, and it kind of makes you put up a question mark a little bit. Like, okay, why wasn't number 1 for the Matadors on that list?
It's a monthly basis. That's
Yeah.
what the award is. And it's not like it's a participation trophy either. You actually do put the effort in.
Right.
And that recognition is worth it, too. Oh, good touch there on the defense.
Well, and then think about it. I'm gonna throw something out at you as well. You ready
Do
for
it.
this, John?
Here we go, curveball.
It was for the month of May. The Matadors, their first game was canceled,
Yep.
so they played 2 games in the month of May. So then maybe that kind of
It's fair.
answers that.
That's volume, though.
Yeah.
But again, it's not just an award that's handed out. You
Earned.
have to prove yourself in this league.
Going to some of the questions here. Scott Fellows saying, Lovro, the Croatian legend.
Hey.
Hey, you love to hear that. Donnie saying, need 2 goals, please. The Matadors would love to have 2 goals right now. And
We didn't get the first one until after the 20th, so
right, and
probably on pace for that. So
here's Mitar here with a free kick from about 35 yards out. He's got both of his hands up. Right into the back post.
a little bit too much curl on that one.
Yep. Longlu there trying to get it back on the inside. And
A
it's
little bit of a sloppy touch too.
going to some of the comments. Devin, hey, Kyler, I hope you're doing well, man. Asking, how did the playoffs work for NPSL? The Matadors, as of right now, if they continue to win and continue to do what they're supposed to do, is there's a crossing opportunity here. Trying to sit into the middle. The goalkeeper got his foot on it. I'm going to count that as a shot, John.
Ball still alive too.
Yeah. Matadors still have it in a dangerous spot.
Oh, great first touch. Couldn't turn. Oh, amazing dribbling skill there.
Yeah, and it's
4
not
defenders in the area.
well, and it's not just one of the Matadors players that are dribbling it amazingly. It seems to be across the board here on this stretch.
Through ball on the edge, looking to send it in.
Across.
Oh, touch is a little bit too heavy there. A little bit in front.
It's going to go out of bounds. So to answer your question, Kyler, if the Matadors do what they're supposed to do, and if they finish the season and remain, not undefeated, they should host a playoff game on either July 11th or 12th. And if they win that, then they would host another playoff game. It's just, I believe it comes down to that. If they're the number 1 seed, they would be hosting. And so they want to continue to stay at the top. After that, they would win. If they won those 2 contests, they would win the Lone Star Conference, I believe is how it works. And then they would go on to the NPSL playoffs. So
I would love to see that, especially with as hot as the team has been playing this season too. We saw a little bit of a playoff atmosphere last week when Laredo came into town. Loved a taste of the playoff atmosphere. It was intense.
Trisha talking about Laredo Heat, saying, let's go Laredo Heat FC.
Hey!
Love to see that she's back from the comments from last game.
Good seeing y'all out there. Great support. Again, in the league too, we love support like this too.
Going to some of the comments, Scott saying top 4 teams in the Lone Star Conference advance to the conference playoffs. Yep. So the Matadors, if the season ended today, they would be the number 1 seed, and they would face Corinthians FC of San Antonio here in Lubbock on July 11th or 12th. That's if it ended today. Matadors would be the 1 seed. Corinthians FC of San Antonio would be the 4 seed. And then Brownsville would be 3. West Texas would be 2. Of course, that's if it ended today. They still got 3 matches ahead of them. As they get the ball inside, the goalkeeper gathers it in. There's going to be another shot on goal. I believe that was Kobayashi there trying to get it in. That's number 3 on the day, John.
It is. Lubbock looks to be playing a 4-4-2 with the 2 forwards up top. A little bit more of a defensive formation, but you have the wings moving up as quickly as they are. And here you see it again.
Yeah, the ball, great stuff to keep that ball alive and not allow him to go out of bounds. And as I say that, I jinx it. Goes out of bounds to be a goal kick. That's the good old announcer curse right there, right?
You did it.
I do want to talk about this. Live Oak Animal Hospital is locally owned animal care and pet hotel facilities here in the LBK. They're an award-winning group of veterinarians and animal lovers offering thoughtful treatment options, better boarding, and more genuine patient care. Live Oak is committed to community and love partnering with the Lubbock Matadors as part of their initiative and commitment to Lubbock. Of course, tonight, Live Oak Animal Hospital night.
No pets allowed, though. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that too.
I think there's there could be a lot of issues if you do like a bark in the park game. Of course, animals biting people, animals biting other animals.
Well, they're not just bringing wild animals out of here. Definitely.
No, they're
Come on.
trained. I know.
Yeah, come
I know.
on, come on.
I tell you, man, I have a 6-year-old toy poodle that would be having a heyday out there if there was other animals.
Offside of Maria there.
Yes.
Just a little too ambitious, trying to get ahead. We haven't seen a lot of Lubbock funneling in over the top balls right there. Most of it has been on the ground with the speed, especially on the edges.
Tricia saying she's watching from Las Vegas, Nevada. You love to hear it. James saying number 14 for Austin. Looks like he had too much fun at Two Docks before the game. An absolute dog. Okay.
I don't know how you gauge that unless you're.
I'm going to be watching for that now.
Former bartender.
I'm going to be watching for that. Michael saying Matadors doing some nice passing, looking like a little MLS. Let's go.
Yeah. It's great for the build-ups there, too, getting in the box.
Right. I don't know. As a guy so I'm an avid FIFA player when my children are during nap time, okay, because that's my window of opportunity.
Yep.
Okay. I love it when they show me that my passing percentage is north of like 80%. And I think we're seeing that so far by the Matadors. They are executing at a high level on their passes.
My brothers and I like to aim for 86% passing completion there.
Not 85?
Shout out to Joe and Jimmy.
Yeah.
No, not at 85. But yeah, Lubbock moving, keeping that triangle. Just, again, methodical with the attack. Not really trying to force it over the top too much.
Going to some of the comments. The fish room saying let's go Matadors.
No.
What'd you see there? I see Gomez laying out on the line right there.
It was a pass back that was a little too strong. It's a corner kick for Austin.
Signature Stag corner kick. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. The second of the match, first for Austin United. Oh, you know what? There is a correction on the starting for the goalkeep tonight. You're exactly right, Thomas. It is not Brimmer out there. We were not given positions when we were given the starting lineup, so we do apologize for that. But it is Alonzi in the starting lineup, and that's Edward Alonzi in goal for Austin United.
I love this chant.
Yep, the
LBK.
Yep, where it's like the skull chant when they do with the
Yep.
with the Vikings.
Yep.
So thank you so much for that update there. D. Harmon saying watching from Seattle, and the Fish Room saying from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Rolaz Fria saying let's go Monstro, Austin United number 13. I love seeing all these comments here, and we're grateful for that. Yeah, Orlando Frias rocking number 13 tonight. John, they gave me his birthday, but not his position. That's kind of that's kind of cool.
Hey, we know how old he is.
Yeah, Orlando, born on August 27th, 2005.
The coach is a fan of the stream, though, so we can't be a little.
Yeah,
can't
no,
be too salty
I'm
about
grateful for
Can't
that
be
too.
too salty.
No, I'm grateful for. Yeah, the coach came out of his way to tell us great job.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, it made me smile. You know, like I'm grateful for all the compliments that we get from these broadcasts because I have so much fun on these games. But when a coach tells you good job, that means we're doing something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Another indirect kick, free kick there. So then get into the box again. Lubbock kind of packing it again with 8 players.
Yeah. Oh, and there was a head-on-head collision right there. The back of the head of an Austin United player connected with the Matador.
Oh, not heavy enough for a clearance.
Yeah, Kode Kobayashi is going back down to his knee right there and grabbing his face. Of course, tonight there is a Matador down on the pitch rocking a mask. And of course, that Matador is number 10, Vele Aloha. He's coming off of a nose injury, and we're grateful to see Vele back out there because when he got hit, it was like first 30 seconds of the match, and he was instantly out.
Coach told us too, he earned that spot. Not just a, hey, you're back from injury, let's kind of ease you back in there. No, training ground proved it, had all the effort, 100% energy, and you see him in the starting lineup now.
Yeah, could you imagine trying to run and breathe with a broken nose?
I've done it before. It's terrible.
This is why John is a legend.
I separated my shoulder once too, came back.
Really?
As a keeper, separated my shoulder, came back in, played midfield. My wife is shaking her head right now. I can see her in the corner of my eye.
Yeah, she wants you to be okay, John.
She never wants me to go too hard, too, and I understand why.
My wife's the same way, but then I still come home with, like, if I'm playing basketball with blisters on my feet or something. No, I didn't go too hard.
Like, no, it's the shoes. It's
Yep.
the shoes.
Trevor Lyon saying Paul Gilbert equals GOAT. I would agree, yeah. Coach Gilbert's doing some great things here in his second season. And once
in the
again,
running for Coach of the Year.
are you putting that out there?
Let's start the campaign.
Yeah, we can start it here on the broadcast. I'm not afraid.
Great cross in the box.
Ooh.
Oh,
is that a goal?
that is a goal.
G-O-A-L. Goal for the Matadors in the 24th minute. There was a unique hop and a weird bounce, but it finds the back of the net, and your Lubbock Matadors are up 1-0. That was beautiful. I'm trying to watch it on the replay to see who was the one that put it in the net.
I believe it's number 13, Andres.
Was it Andres Mata or not? Is that correct? That would be his second goal on the season. I'm trying to see who's celebrating with the bench here as they come to the side.
Yeah, number 13.
All right, so that's his second goal of the season, Andres Mata, with a unique put-in. But at the end of the day, it found the back of the net. Doesn't matter how it went in. The Matadors are up.
Pace is what got it there. It just literally squeaked in off a terrible defensive assignment there for Austin. Regrouping now. 3 in the back so far for Austin. A little bit of a water break going on too.
Yeah, they said right around the 30-minute mark was when they would make this water break happen, and so a quick water break, and we're getting back to it. Going to some of the comments here on the live stream after the Matadors put up their first goal of the game. Shout out to Jordan Zarate. He's the ball boy for the game, number 42 Wolfpack. Those ball boys are working. Was it an own goal?
I think they are going to count that as an own goal.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Austin, though, it favors Lubbock on that part.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to put own goal question mark.
We'll just put OG on that one.
Yep.
We'll keep it there.
Going back to some of the comments here on the live stream. Daniel saying goal. Carlos, shout out to my boy Kobe Coleman, center back for ATX.
Hey.
I love all these Austin comments on here.
I love all the visiting team comments. I'm glad you're watching the stream and supporting your team like that. That's awesome.
No, 100%. And I think that's what makes this fun.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Getting to
absolutely.
interact with the visiting team. Yeah. Daryl saying, yay, Matadors. Carlos, that's a charity point. Just wait. Hector McNeil saying, best goal of the season, LOL, own goal. And then your brother, Joe, saying nasty in all caps.
Nasty. Unfortunate for Austin on that part. Not a good nasty, by the way, either.
Yeah, into the box is Austin.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah, trying to fire it on goal. Far to the side, though, is number 7. And, of course, they didn't give me a number 7 on the roster tonight.
Hey, they're figuring it out. We're figuring it out.
All right, so total today, shots on goal, 3 for the three for the Matadors. How many do you have for Austin United? You have 1?
I have 1.
Okay. Going back to some of the comments, Nacho, I'm going to keep calling you Nacho because it says Nacho at the end. Goal, Trevor Lyons, you guys do a great job. I was with the Matador staff last year. Always heard great things about the live stream. Keep up the great work.
Devin was here last year for the live stream on that, so we'll give all the credit to Devin on that one.
We're just, you know what, we're stacking success in here is what we're doing, right? We laid the foundation last year, and we're grateful for everything we got last year. And then
Still grateful.
yeah, no,
Oh.
100%, 100%.
Good job penetrating the back line on that counter.
Yeah, oh my goodness, a great step by the
Oh.
Matador. Oh, and a shot deflected off of
What a
Gomez.
save.
That was a 1v1 right there. Gomez doing a great job right there, not allowing that to get in the back of the net. As the Matadors quickly back on this side of the pitch. They love to be the aggressor, and you're seeing it here. As McNeil passes it. Trying to keep it in bounds. It's going to go out of
Heavy
bounds.
touch over the touchline. Again, you saw Lubbock moving as quickly as they were. Gomez's recovery, excellent, fantastic way to get the ball out of his out of his box. Lubbock defense pushing that ball forward too.
Jake Wood saying keep Austin nil. Jessica Gonzalez, I don't know what that word means, so otherwise I would read it. Something gang with a goat.
Galindo gang.
I'm going to let you read it.
Oh, there
Pass
goes a
ahead
ball
to
over the
McNeil.
top. That's the second
Yes.
ball over the top. Oh, great touch.
Oh,
Nice
he
little
is
heel
so
flick there.
good. It's deflected off of an Austin United player. I thought we were about to see like a bicycle kick right there.
A little bit too far out, especially at the edge of the box.
Right.
There goes Andres again.
Passing it to a wide open Matador. The shot off the side of the foot. And it's Austin United that comes away with it, but poked away quickly by the Matadors.
Quick recovery there too. Your forward's getting back to play defense. You'd like to see that.
Yeah, if you're Coach Gilbert, you love to see that's our ball. We want it back. So passing inside the box, and I believe it's going to go the other way.
A little sloppy, a little loose there at the top, but you see Lubbock finding those outlet passes too, getting through balls into the box. Dangerous for Austin's back line.
John, we're at 107 people tuning in live right now. Again, our goal tonight, 150 subscribers. If you're the 150th subscriber, let us know in the comments because you can come hang out with me and John pregame for our July 5th contest.
Yeah, have a drink with us. Have a chat with us.
Yeah,
Talk some football.
we'll
talk
go-
some,
we'll go
talk
to the-
some life, too. We're into life, too.
Are you into life?
Oh, yeah.
What's happening in the life of John?
Life's pretty good.
It's good. I love to
It's
hear
busy, but it's good. I love being busy.
it. Yes, and it's hot.
That part, not so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be floating the river in the Austin area.
Yeah, I bet it's slammed there right now. I bet it's slammed. Tonight's community partner is the city of Matador, who recently was devastated by a tornado. The town of Matador will receive a give back on behalf of the Matadors of $5 of each ticket, and our local partner, Hub City Body Shop, will be matching every $5 given by the Matadors to help relief fund as the town looks to rebuild. Tonight, we are all celebrating being a Matador. That's really awesome. As they try to kick the ball inside, and Austin United clears it. This is, again, one of the great things about being in Lubbock, living in Lubbock, because when something bad happens, people step up. And the Matador community is taking care of Motley County and that Matador community.
We talked about the unity last week with the moment of silence, too, and efforts, rescue efforts, funding efforts are still continuing right now, too. And it's great across the South Plains to see the community so tight-knit as they are. Help your neighbor. Help the neighbor.
Always. Of course, every game day includes the Matador Experience, where youth teams and organizations can be part of the game day experience through our official kickball Dream Team and Team Tunnel. Welcome all of the LBK soccer players in the Lubbock Boys and Girls Club in the pregame activities tonight. To learn more about the Matadors experience, visit LubbockMatadors.com to fill out the inquiry, and the Matadors representative will contact you. Ooh, Carlos saying the San Marcos River is so crisp. Hashtag. Yeah, I'm not going to read that hashtag. I think it's. Don't know.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. Float the river right now. It's
That would
probably
be
a little
lovely.
humid.
That'd be lovely. Who cares? You're in the water at that point.
Yeah. Are you the guy that like jumps off your tube and gets in every like 10
Oh
minutes?
yeah, I have to put some water on my skin, not just my backside, hanging
Yeah.
through the inner tube. You've seen Lubbock press the attack. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul there. You've seen Lubbock press the attack the last 6 minutes, staying aggressive too. You see 5 defenders in the back too. The wings are actually dropping back for Austin on the left side.
Right. James Jackson saying Sam Gomez reminds me of the Ethiopian. Is there another water break down there on
That
the
is
field?
a water break.
Okay. Going back to some of the comments here on the live stream as John and I take a step back during this water break. Sam Gomez reminds me of the Ethiopian goalkeeping legend Hunter Cotton. Look, if you're being compared to a legend,
I think
pretty
that's a great.
special.
Automatically, that's a great comparison.
I want to thank everybody again for tuning in tonight. 150 subscribers. Can we do it? We want to see it happen. It would mean the world to us as we're trying to grow this channel and we're trying to set the standard is what we're trying to do in the NPSL of what a broadcast should look like and doing it here on YouTube. And we're so grateful to interact with you. And again, we're so grateful for everyone tuning in tonight because without them tuning in, we wouldn't be up here.
Oh, absolutely. I love being a part of this broadcast, not specifically for the Matadors, but for the NPSL as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have visiting teams tuning in. We have people excited about the table and the results and just watching the match to see how it all shakes out. That's great.
And some Laredo Heat fans tuning in from Vegas. It's even more fun. Let us know where you're tuning in. We'll read them off all in the comment section. Of course, the next home game for the Lubbock Matadors is July 5th. I believe that's a Monday, Tuesday?
July 5th would be a
Wednesday, because 4th is a
We're
Tuesday.
We're back next week.
We're back next week, this time next week. It's another big challenge here at home, and it's against the number 2 seed, West Texas FC. Not a brand new club, but refreshed this year. They took last year off. They went from the Sockers to West Texas FC, and they're shining in their debut. They only have 2 losses on the season so far, and so you want your face in the place for that game because it's the new rival, El Dustico, and I want to see that trophy so bad. I finally learned how to say it, so now it means the world to me.
I want to touch the trophy. That's what I want.
It's
It's
gold?
gold. It's gold.
Do you think they just got a tumbleweed and spray painted it gold?
No, I think it was a custom-made tumbleweed. Somebody that has some experience with tumbleweeds in the area.
So it was made in Lubbock, is what
oh,
you're
yeah.
saying.
Oh, yeah. Or West Texas.
Right. Going to some more of the comments. Carlos, ATX really needs to flip the field. They're losing too many possessions.
Yeah. Austin trying to force it through the middle. Just get a big switch. That's all you need. Kind of shake up the formation, especially with the defense on the side shifting.
Right. They play at the Round Rock Sports Complex, and when you watch, you see their field on. It is a natural soccer field, right? Tonight you're looking at a football field that is being. We're playing
Converted,
soccer.
yep.
Yes, and so it's a little more narrow. You can't play from the outside in. Is that the style of play that Austin might like to play when they're playing at home normally?
Yeah, and it's favoring them right now, especially with the speed on the edge. They haven't turned it up, though. You haven't actually seen 5th gear hit, especially with Lubbock being as wing defensive as they are. It's really hard for Austin to kind of get a little bit of momentum going. Oh, I said it. I said it.
What?
I said momentum.
Yes,
I said
yes,
it.
yes,
Ah,
yes,
I said
yes,
it.
yes. For all of our people that are tuning in right now that were not a part of last week's broadcast, John does not believe in momentum.
No, I don't, and I said it. And I can't believe I said it. Because where does momentum live when the game's not happening?
I told you, it's in between the years, man.
Ugh.
Uncle Momo never goes away. Never goes away. Carlos again, the Texas state slogan is "Eat 'em up."
Oh,
With
okay.
a laughing face. I think that was the hashtag that we did not want to read.
Okay. You saw Kobayashi there running off the edge. Great ball sent in from the back, too. Lubbock's is trying to exploit the long ball here a little bit.
Going to some of the comments here. Finn, I'm going to go with just Finn. I don't want to pronounce your last name incorrectly. Ville Aloha finished number 10.
Oh, no, there's trouble there in the box. Turned over in the back. Sloppy dribbling there by Hobart.
But great recovery by the defensive
Yep.
to make them have to reset.
Pressing it all the way back into the midfield.
Yes.
Looking to send it in from the edge, though.
And they do sit it in. They try to go back post.
Heavy touch.
And the Matadors try to head it out.
Kobayashi has a motor. He's in the back. He's along
He's
the attack
everywhere.
there on the edge.
Yeah, he's everywhere. You love guys like that, right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
it means they give it their all. They're like a light switch. But for Kobayashi, his light switch never turns off. He's always on and always going.
We talked about that with Coach Gilbert, too, being interchangeable with the positions, too. I got a text earlier this week, not really knowing where Andres plays, number 13. They have him practicing as center back, but he plays up center mid sometimes, too, so taking a step up into the middle third. It's so crazy how the team is an amoeba. You don't you have your defensive players, obviously, with the stature. You have the guys with the hot foot, most of them on the bench for this match. But it's crazy to see how amoebus this team is, how well they flow together, too.
So you kind of bring that up, right? There's some names that are normally in the starting lineup or are on the reserves list for tonight. If we see them check into the game, kind of like we see whenever Diaz checks in like the 70th minute, right? We see the intensity and the excitement rev back up. What, do you think we could see that again, but like times 5 because there's 5 different starters that are not playing tonight?
And it's a plethora of options, and that's what you want as a team. As a coach, with all the development that you have and the players that you do, committed to the team and to the success of the team as a whole. Why wouldn't you want those options there?
I do want to go back to Finn's comment here. He was talking about Vili Aloha. Lubbock is just he's such a class player, never loses the ball, never has bad body language, a top player. I love that comment there about Aloha. He is, yeah, and whenever he missed because of his nose injury, his presence was felt. It was missed, but you got to tip your cap to Stefan Morea because he was able to slide in, and there was not a regression at all in that position. And you see them two playing tonight
together too, matched up. Not quite a superpower yet, but you love to see that again. The work went in through on the training ground this week, and it got them the spot to start tonight.
Emily saying Nelson Pharmacy staff from Brownfield, Texas is there to support the Matadors. What a great game. Loving this live. Well, thank you, Emily. I'll be looking for him.
Great move by McNeil, the dummy touch there.
Brownfield's a good town. Home of the Cubs. As McNeil passes it there. Trying to pass it in, cross it in on the inside, but blocked there by Austin United. It's going to be a throw-in.
You're dancing around a little bit, but there's not much movement on the other side of the box for you to actually have a good chance at the goal. There's a good touch there. Good through ball.
Across, caught by the goalkeeper. Puts him at number 4 on the game, John. To answer your question, Thomas, on how many players does Austin have on their bench, from our point of view as we look down, I see 3. So that means, and I don't see a goalkeeper's uniform on any of them. And
no.
So they got 3 subs.
More than likely a defensive sub, a forward, maybe a midfielder. Probably 2 defensive subs, though.
Sliding there, missed by the Matadors. And
Good
here
job
come
exploiting
Austin.
the edge again. Kobayashi moving into the middle. He had to step up a
Oh, a
little
striking
bit.
opportunity
Oh.
and missed. Too hard. Off the foot. Austin United there. What a great ball inside the box to a wide open cutting player. Just a little too strong. And that's the second, I remember that happened last match where there was a 1v1 versus the goalkeeper and the ball just ricocheted off the top.
Again, you saw Kobayashi coming off the right side, stepping into the middle a little bit and exploiting that backside. Austin they have life still. The game's not out of reach. It's only 1-0.
No, 100%. And Coach talked about that in the pregame conversation is how they got up 2-0, and sometimes when you're up 2-0, you kind of get into a defensive mindset. He wants to see the gas pedal remain down on the offensive end the entire match.
I'm glad you learned this 5 weeks ago.
What?
And how 2-0 is not a very comfortable situation to be in. And we saw it last week. Lubbock let a goal slip past them, and Laredo was challenging them for the entirety of the match. The last 20 minutes, Lubbock held on, though. But Austin they're creating chances, which is good to see.
Yes, that was their 3rd shot on goal today. Matadors have 4. So both teams putting some pressure on. Matadors trying to steal the ball, but
Great touch in the middle.
oh, and another shot on goal. That time with the left foot there, John. I love that.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Getting it.
Of course, we don't have number 7 on our roster. The coach pregame for Austin United was like, let me get all my numbers down for you, and did not get a number 7. I do see Coach Gilbert down there. He's pretty fired up right now. He's wanting to see something different from his team.
Probably not happy with how the back line is crumbling a little bit, or at least folding, not crumbling necessarily.
A little hard touch right there, and the ball skyrocketed. Man, Kobayashi can get up.
He's winning those balls. The first ball is what Coach was talking about last week.
That was blocked. I think that was an attempted shot right there from Austin United. Going back to some of the comments, nobody getting past number 12 for Austin. Number 12, Kobe Coleman. I love it. They're continuing. Sam would have saved that either way from USA, USA. That would have been a tough one to save, USA. I love, first of all, great name on YouTube. But that one a bit, because he was right there. And if Sam would have saved it, it was because he kicked the ball right into his hands or right into him, right? Because that was coming in like a fastball.
Oh, heavy touch there. Not happy with that either. Great counter opportunity here for Austin. Great defense. Excellent defense.
Of course, that was Demetrius Leonglu from Western Texas College. Goes that's in Snyder, John. That's in the viewing area.
Oh, yeah. Not too far.
Not too far at all. Carlos saying, so at least we know LBK has a weakness.
That's good. That's good for Austin to exploit.
Right.
And again, it's those overlapping runs going into the middle, which pulled Kobayashi from the edge. And Austin has been attacking the left edge. The right side for Lubbock's back line there. And again, we talked about the left side of Lubbock's defense being very strong.
Yes. And that's been something consistent in the 2 years for the club. Going to some more of the comments. David saying raw. And then Carlos saying, say it louder, David. Nikki saying, say it again, David. Oh no, Donnie. I don't know if I agree with that. Donnie's saying worst football match he's ever seen, or they've ever seen.
Oh, I've seen worse. You haven't seen enough football. There's much worse. There's always worse.
I like the intensity between both teams. Both teams are trying to make something happen on both ends of the field, and it's not a slow-paced game. They're getting up and down pretty quick.
It's not a sloppy match either. We don't see possession changing every 10 seconds. It's very methodical from both sides.
There you go, Hector. I like what you got going there. USA saying Sammy's Superman. He would have made it possible somehow.
Great length, great extension.
Yes, there's no kryptonite for Sam Gomez out there since he's Superman. Into the box we go, and that's going to get kicked out of bounds. I think that's going to be a signature stag corner kick.
Yep, corner kick.
Of course, signature stag, your one-stop man shop. It is the third of the match, second for the Matadors. Again, we thank everybody for tuning in tonight on the live stream as I continue to update how many viewers we have, but then at the same time, how many subscribers we have as we try to reach the goal of 150. Austin United here trying to get a little breakaway. They do have the numbers on their side as they pass it up.
Oh.
That was Aloha there trying to dive to limit the attack. Gomez reaching across his body, and they're going to score. Austin United gets by the Great Wall of Lubbock and puts one in the back of the net. Gomez tipped it off of his hand, and it's Austin United. Right place, right time, getting the ball in the back of the net in the 45th minute. And just like that, we are knotted up at 1.
Sloppy control on the defense. That shot coming in, barely off of Gomez's hands. That follow-up run is exactly what you want from the middle.
Did we get a number on who scored there, John?
Checking the instant replay, did not see it.
I'm going to go with either 12 or 6, one of those two, right? Or 13 or 6.
Number 13.
Yep, so that's Orlando Frias. Hey, and I believe family is watching.
Oh, yeah.
So congrats to him on putting the ball in the back of the net. Austin has now tied this game up at 1 apiece. I believe that is Frias' second goal on the season.
Again, great follow-up run. Continuing your run all the way through. Center back's not seeing it. That's how you get that in the back of the net.
Right. It's Austin United's 5th shot on goal, and that one led to the score there.
Coach Gilbert was not happy with that either. And we saw him in frustration with the back line, kind of giving up too many opportunities.
Do want to give a shout out to Alliance Credit Union. They've served the South Plains community with lower rates and fees for the last 83 years. And we're just getting started. Join the mission, enjoy the benefits of owning your financial future. Alliance, for people, not profit. And when you think of game day, think local first. Cardinal Sports Center, serving Lubbock and the surrounding area for over 75 years. Cardinals, the official retailer of Lubbock Matadors apparel. Back come the Matadors in the extra minutes here in the first half. And if you're Coach Gilbert, John, you probably want to see them put some pressure on Austin United and try to respond, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if we see subs come in sooner, honestly.
This is a big game, right? You don't want to take a step back at all. The Matadors are playing a handful of players that have been reserve players this season. They earned the right to play this week, as there's some more physical play, some grabbing. Mitar jumping in front of the Austin United defender there. Standing up for his teammate right there. You love to see it.
What you don't love to see is composure just kind of teetering just a little bit. Put the ball back down. Let's play on.
Right. Of course, tonight they fed us up here in the press box tonight. So good. Riversmith's catered. We appreciate that. But another local place or a Texas chain that you got to check out is Whataburger. And you've tasted it. You loved it. And guess what? Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back. Chicken strips, buffalo sauce, buttermilk ranch, and Monterey Jack cheese combined to be perfectly spicy. Available for a limited time. Some of the comments here. Max, I'm not going to read that comment. But Sammy is the man, yes. Carlos saying, let's go. Max, how many fans are in the stands? Last home match, Max, to answer that question, we had 3,913 fans. And I want to say we have more than that tonight. John, would you agree?
Oh, it's a fantastic crowd right now, too. We keep seeing people walk in, walk out, and everyone is in their seats.
And they're going and checking out all the food trucks that are out here, too. I've seen some popcorn. I've seen some Bahama Bucks looking snow cones. No giant pizzas as of right now.
Not like last week, no.
No, that pizza looked so good, too. Ooh, dropped my charger.
Austin was pressing a little bit for the last 5 minutes, but looks like it's still back and forth right here.
Right.
As the referee checks his watch.
Right, and we're getting down to the final minutes of the extra time. And I think that might be it for the first half. And that is going to be it for the first half. 1-1 the score as we head into this halftime break. John, we got to get back on camera because, man, got to get a recap, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's give a little recap. 1-1, the current score right here. The first goal, of course, for the Matadors came in the 24th minute. We couldn't decide if it was Andres Mata or an own goal, but the Matadors did take a 1-0 lead in the 24th minute. But in the 45th minute, Austin United, Orlando Frias, that ball snuck past Sam Gomez, got past his hand, and was able to give them knotting up this game at one apiece.
Austin's finding gaps in that defense, and that was just a complete miscue by the center backs there. You don't want to see that for Lubbock, and Coach especially doesn't want to see that. Coach Gilbert doesn't want to see that either.
Right. I think we've seen him more animated tonight than we have in a lot of the matches, and it's really in this last few minutes. You see him and his coaching staff down there on the field, game planning what they're wanting to talk about, and I'm anxious to see what happens in the second half. John kind of alluded to it. We might see some substitutions check in pretty
Earlier
early.
substitutions than originally planned, for sure. Again, we have players in the lineup that aren't normally in this lineup.
Right.
They proved themselves in the training ground this week, but you might kind of see that being pulled just a little bit too in the second half.
And we're also seeing Austin United, a team that's coming off of a 2-0 victory over Brownsville, a confident team coming to town and giving everything Lubbock has. And you love to see that as well, a team that is, they're not having the season that they would have wanted from the beginning, but they're not giving up. And I think that's a testament to their coaching staff and the team staying together and keep battling.
They look relaxed even when they were down 1 goal. The buildups were still there. The attacking presence was still there. They're not running as downhill as they would like to,
right,
but they're getting in the box. They're making Lubbock make mistakes.
First half man of the match for the Matadors. Who would you give it to so far? I know it's kind of tough because we've only played 45 minutes.
I can't really say. I got to give that a non-applicable NA right there for that one.
Yeah.
It's not as strong a half as we've normally seen from Lubbock this season. And
right.
You want to see a little bit more of a build-up there too.
So we'll have that coming to you in the second half. We do want to mention tonight's streaming partner for tonight's game is brought to you by Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership. Since 1971, our focus is on our clients. We want them to enjoy their experience, find the vehicle that's right for them, and ultimately be glad they came to Mears. Go check them out today off of Spur 327. Game plan for us, we're going to mute our mics. We're going to get to check out the halftime show, so you want to make sure you do that. But also look at all of our amazing sponsors, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all the great things as we try to get to 150, and we'll see you in a few minutes after this short halftime break.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Biscuits and taquitos and breakfast on a bun. Those are just a few of the things you can make a part of your morning routine at Whataburger. Then again, with so many choices, you could make a routine of not having a routine. But would not having a routine still be a routine? Chew on that for a while. Whataburger breakfast, just like you like it.
3, 2, 1, ready, ready, set, go. Ready, ready, set, go. Set, go, set, go. Ready, ready, set, go. Ready, set, go.
We are excited to announce that last year's winner, Sitka, our baby pug, is here. In order to determine a winner this evening, we will go on as fans cheering as an applausometer at the very end. So, first up will be Gunner. When you are ready, we are ready. is not. Dog fight is hard. There's lots of smells out there. And possession is 7/8 of the law. All right. Good drive. Next up is Avery. Good job, Avery. All right, up next is Charlie. He's ready to go. Everybody else got them. There it is. All right, Charlie. Get the ball going. But once you did, you hit it. And the last but certainly not least is Sitka. Distractions are no problem for this dog. All right, fans. Let's give it up for all our doggy contestants on behalf of Live Oak Animal Hospital. And now, the most important part, determining the winner of this competition by a plausometer. Our first contestant was Gunner. Our second contestant was Wheeler. Our third contestant was Knott. Our fourth contestant was Avery. Our next contestant was Charlie. And our last contestant was Sitka. All right, it's too close to call. We need a runoff. Or a bark-off, as the case may be. Let's hear it for Wheeler. And now, let's hear it for Sitka. I think Wheeler took it. Once again, let's give a big round of applause to all of our doggy contestants. Don't miss out on going to the best place in town for your pets, trusted by your Lubbock Matadors. Live Oak Animal Hospital. Thanks again for tonight's sponsor, Live Oak Animal Hospital. Live Oak Animal Hospital is the fulfillment of our lifelong desire to serve the Lubbock community by providing the best possible veterinary care for your pets. In addition to providing excellent medical care, we strive to offer unmatched customer service to give you and your pet the best possible veterinary experience. Our practice owners, Drs. Clary, Wolf, Resnick, and Cunningham, are all Lubbock natives and Texas Tech graduates who have been serving Lubbock pets for a combined 45 years. When you see us around town, please say hello. We want to build relationships with you and your pet. Thank you, Lubbock Super ISD, for your support in sharing your beautiful home. Matadors are on a display in Pirate Stadium during our 2023 NPSL season. Fans, don't forget to head over to the Bluebird app tent to register for a drawing, as we are giving away to one lucky fan an autographed Matador team jersey signed by all of your players. Armstrong Plumbing, Air and Electric, one of Lubbock's oldest family-owned businesses.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Proud sponsor of the Lubbock Matadors. Since 1934, Armstrong has been committed to providing excellence.
All right, welcome back to Pirate Stadium at First United Park. Devin Ward here alongside our general manager, Dustin McCorkle. 1-1, man. This has been everything we wanted it to be.
Yeah, amazing crowd tonight. Obviously, we would love to be out in front and a lot further, but it's been an incredible night. We knew we had a tough team coming in, so we're excited.
Right. You talk about the crowd. I heard rumors close to 5,000.
Yeah, we had over 5,000 tickets sold for tonight, so waiting on those numbers to come in to see what the final count was, but definitely our largest crowd to date, weekday. It feels amazing. And being able to do this for a local city that has experienced some trauma recently was amazing.
Yeah, it's $5 from the Matadors, and of course, the money's being matched as well from a local company as well. What was the? I have it on my list of names.
Yeah, Hub City Body Shop.
Yeah, Hub City. There we go. We want to give them a shout out as well.
Yeah, we have some amazing partners that have stepped up in wonderful ways, and again, this club's about community, right? And being able to hear that, hey, we want to help financially support and be part of this has been amazing. But who doesn't love some dogs? So
Right,
we're
yeah.
out here enjoying some pets tonight.
That was a fun halftime show. Of course, no dogs for fans, but Live Oak Animal Hospital game tonight. And of course, they're located off a slide, a great place to take your pup. I saw the notorious commercial, coach, or I called him Coach, Dustin here, where he was limping in with the crutches, and he got all fixed up out there, and you love to see it.
Yeah, we try and have some fun off the field while we have fun on the field as well. But funny enough, Notorious actually did break his foot.
Really?
The day before we shot at Live Oak. So
He wasn't acting.
The limping and the crutches were actual real props because he truly does have a broken foot. So
Wow. Well, it
he's
looks
a champion.
Yeah, looks like he's bounced back. Of course, general manager, second season leading the charge here with the Lubbock Matadors, and we've seen consistent growth. Man, well, you got to be super thrilled with what we're seeing this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you had asked us, would we be in this position looking at a record on the field in year two, that seems close to impossible because we have such an amazing conference. The Lone Star Conference, in my opinion, does it the best. It's one of the toughest. Great talent pool to pull from. And then the fact that Lubbock's been able to differentiate themselves so quickly and get players of this caliber excited to come play in West Texas has been amazing.
Yeah, the talent that this club has this season, you could tell. These guys passed the eye test, and they're out there going and doing some great things. And we have another 45 minutes tonight, but then after that, we do have another home match on July 5th against our new rival.
Yes, very excited to introduce our crowd to West Texas FC. We're calling that El Dustico.
I finally got the name
I know
right.
You've been struggling with that one.
El Dustico.
El Dustico, and we got the Golden Tumbleweed Trophy, which I think is one of the coolest trophies in all of soccer, much less all of sports. So we'll be sharing that. July 5th, you can come out, take your picture with the trophy, see what we're going to be playing for between the local cities, and then we go right back to play on July 8th. So we really want to finish the year strong. We're going to want the whole 806 community and beyond to come out and see the Matadors, even if it's for your first time.
Well, and then wasn't there kind of an incentive off record between me and you that to go see them in Midland?
Yeah, so I do want to let everybody know that our ownership group has decided that anyone who wants to travel to Midland to support our club for our last regular season game, we're actually going to purchase your ticket for you. So we're going to already have about 100 people that are ready to go. We'd love to have a few hundred people down there and go cheer on our boys, but also go meet up at Tall City Brewery beforehand, get to know some people, hang out, have some drinks, and then head to the stadium and have some fun.
Yeah, that'd be a fun atmosphere, and you might get to see me out there. I haven't had a chance to be a fan. I've been in the booth in all these games, and so I might have to make the trip.
You definitely need to. We have at least 20 mozos committed to the trip.
Nice.
So you're going to still hear drums, flags, and chants from our side at the away game, which I'm very excited about.
Do see some substitutions coming in for the second half for the Matadors. Of course, our substitution is brought to you by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for you or your car. It's a great one right there, right?
They are amazing with their customer service. It's only where I take my service.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Off of Slide Road. And can you talk about, you talk about how the Matadors are all in on the community, but the community is also all in on you guys. We see so many great sponsorships and so many people stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. One of our new partners, local CFO, was down there earlier with Matador of the Night, and Jonathan had told me, he's like, he's not even a soccer guy. And he's like, this is the coolest thing right now. He's like, this is so much fun. And I just think it's a unique environment to go impact people from all walks of life in our community, to get involved with our sport. And I think that the business community stepped up to see the vision.
Right.
A lot of people said yes before we even knew we were going to have 4,000 plus a game.
Right, yeah.
And the reward came because they participated. Now, fortunately for us, we're having more and more people reaching out to get involved, and we want to continue to see that support grow.
That's the 6th shot on goal today for Austin United. Sam Gomez gathering that one in right there. Thinking of the future, right? Of course, we're talking with our general manager, Dustin McCorkle. What is the future of this club? Because I know a lot of people would want to know that, right? They see the amount of people. Is there potential for growth?
Yeah, I think our job, in the way that I look at it, is be the current and the best at your specific position and where you're at in place and time. So our focus right now is let's be the best in our current situation, and we can grow from there. And so I think we continue to get the crowd support. I mean, we have goals out there, right? Like, there isn't a venue in town that can support fully what we want to do, although we have an amazing partnership here at Cooper.
We do.
And so, blue sky, like, I'd love to have a facility built at some point with our own training grounds. I'd love to try and start in the next year or two talking about putting some youth Matador teams together. So
that'd be so cool.
So I really want to start a funnel system to, have local talent, homegrown, strive to come play for us one day, rather than some of the other brands that are out here that are connected to cities far away from us that don't necessarily have the hearts and interests of our local families here first and foremost, like the Matadors do.
Tonight we're giving back to the community of Matador. What have you heard from them? I know they got to be super grateful.
Yeah, there's about 30 people represented from their town right now that's front and center down there.
I think Bigham.
Yes,
I remember seeing him.
Yeah, I think there's just been an overwhelming sense of gratefulness from them. Like, they're the ones that went through the trauma,
right.
But just hearing, they're just so grateful for the food that showed up, the first responders, the time and the people, the hands that have been donated to making this thing special, and helping with the rebuild. And we're just doing a small piece of that, but again, we're about positive outcomes and impact off the field just as much as we are about providing great entertainment on the field. So for us, it was like, no question, like, sign that it was Matador.
Right.
I mean, it just touched a heartstring. So really grateful for all the relationships that got us in touch with the right people so that we could go do something for them.
100%. We're quickly back underway here. We've seen both teams. I feel like this has been a really fast-paced game.
Yeah, we are. I'll try and leave my fanhood out of this, but yeah, Austin's been great. They're a very strong defensive team. I think that so far they've been one of the best teams to kind of play the style that I guess kind of hurts us a little bit. So
Yeah, it counters us.
we're seeing a lot of pressure on Sam, and I don't think Sam's felt that as much. But you know, we're big believers in what he can do and
Right.
the goalkeeper he is. So
He's he's one of our older players. He's an experienced player, and he's shown that week in and week out.
and his brother plays in the MLS.
I
So-
learned that. I learned that. Did I tell you that? Did I
No.
tell you that? Yeah, I was doing game prep, and I was going through some of the comments, and yeah, found Tomas Gomez plays for Salt Lake.
Yes.
That was really cool.
No, having somebody that you can look up to that has obviously put in the work to be able to get to that level, that's just amazing that we have a connection to that kind of talent through our family pool here.
Well, I do want to tell you thank you for letting me continue to come up here and do this and broadcast our games, because I'm like a kid in the candy store every week, man.
You guys are some of the best, and John's been phenomenal too.
Yeah, he's brought it, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching last week, and what's even better is I love seeing the comments and people getting excited to
Yes.
actually engage with you guys, and you really bringing it to life what's happening out there on the field, because not everybody gets to come to the games. We got families that are overseas watching their kids that it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now, and you get to be the voice for them.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I know Ethan's family's always tuning in from England, and
Yeah, shout out Hector.
Yeah, shout out to Hector. He's-
They'll be here for the last game. I heard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I want to meet Hector because he's been one of the consistents in the comments all season long. So, yeah, I was saying on the broadcast earlier, we want to kind of set the bar, right, for the NPSL in the broadcast booth. And I feel like we've been able to do that because, man, I love watching the other clubs and what they do. And I think what we do with the Lubbock Cooper Athletic Department and us and everything we do is top notch.
Yes.
And again, that starts from the top down. It starts from you and Hitch and everybody, right?
Yeah, well, we try our best to make sure this feels as high level as possible. And our guys definitely tell me all the time they feel like professional athletes when they're in Lubbock, and that's what it's all about. It's providing a really great experience for your players, for the fans, and your partners.
Right. Anything I missed in our little conversation here that you wanted to brush on?
No, I think the big thing is that, tonight's upon us. We're having an amazing night. I think we're going to be able to announce something around 5,000. I'm waiting for that final count, but we really want to end the year big next Wednesday.
Yes.
I know weekdays are tougher than weekends for people to get out, but these boys from all over the country, all over the world, are here excited to represent Lubbock.
Right.
And I know our Lubbock community likes to step up for people that like to represent them. So if you haven't come to check us out, please do. You don't want to miss this rivalry game, and who knows, it might be another game for the ages.
El Dustico. I got it down now. So my little brother's name's Dustin. Your name's Dustin. I think that's what, I don't know. I was messing it up the whole time, but I'm going to give John credit for getting me right.
We'll just call it El Dustin.
Hey, there you go, Dustinico. Of course, my little brother's watching from Albuquerque tonight, so yeah, he tunes in every match. He's a big Matador fan.
New Mexico United guy?
You know what? He's been to a game, I believe.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's where I was before here.
Oh, a shot by Diaz, gathered in by the goalkeeper. It's the Matadors' fifth tonight. More opportunities equals better chances of putting one back in.
Yeah, I know Coach is going to be on the guys to be pressing in the second half. We came here to get 3 points tonight, so
Yes.
I don't think they're going to be satisfied with anything less. And our guys have gutted out 2 really hard ones at home already against Laredo and FC Brownsville, and I'm trusting that they'll do the work tonight. So.
Right. I do have one final question before I let you go. Our fearless leader, right, Coach Gilbert, he's cool, calm, collected all the time. Can you just speak to him and what he brings to our club?
Yeah, I mean, he is a phenomenal leader, I think, number one. Number two, he knows the game in a way that I feel like we're blessed to have at this level. He identifies talent in a phenomenal way, and he knows the style of play that we want to do, and he commits to it. And I think, a lot of times when you're worrying about your opponents and you're trying to switch things too much, you can get too fancy, and then you lose sight of who you are. Coach Gilbert has us playing dialed in, saying we believe in ourselves well enough to say we're going to take our game in and game out to you guys. And he was here for 5 years. He loves this community, and I can't say enough great things about him.
I can't either. He treats us so well every pregame, so welcoming. And when I walk into that locker room, Dustin, I know exactly what I'm going to get with him, and I love that about him.
The duck reference last week
Yeah.
had me cracking up.
Oh, yeah?
Call him on the the surface
That was
and then
yes.
paddling.
Yeah, he's
underneath.
paddling underneath.
Yeah.
That's John right there.
Yeah, John, that was a great analogy. I love that.
Yeah, no pressure, John. You got to come up with another one now. You made the GM smile. Dustin McCorkle here, though. Thank you so much for coming up here and chatting with us, man. We'll have you next broadcast
I hope so.
for the final one.
We'll see how
Snag you.
we'll see how crazy it is. But
Yeah,
thank you
you're
for
a busy
having me.
man. You're a busy man. You wear a lot of hats on these game days, that's for sure.
Well, thank y'all for letting me stop in.
Yes, sir. Our general manager, Dustin McCorkle, there. I'll mute his mic so that you don't have to hear him taking it off. Thank you so much. Matadors putting some pressure on Austin United to get things started here in the second half. Going to some of the comments, we have 117 people tuning in right now. Matt and Naomi saying watching from South Florida. Let's go, Matts. Love to hear that. Seth saying Sam Gomez, best keeper in the nation. I could agree with that, 100%, Seth. He has given up a total of 5 goals this season, and with how many matches that the Matadors have played, you got to think that as well. Hector saying cheers, guys. Yes, we're looking forward to seeing you, Hector. Hopefully we get to see you. Seth saying Lubbock winning this game. Seth, as the guy that does the Matadors play-by-play, I would love to see that. Right, John? As we welcome John Bocanegra back on the headset.
We saw Austin take those chances on the corner opportunity that they had, and again putting more pressure. It's back and forth literally in the top third for both teams.
Was that so? There was this. I was too into the interview. There was a signature stack corner kick.
There was.
Okay, I'll put that down. Signature stack, your one-stop man shop. Abby saying let's go Matadors and go Jan. Abigail saying let's go Matadors. Heard their research person. Okay, I don't know who that is, Abby.
Might be different. They heard you.
Oh no, I do my own research. Of course, the Matadors here with the ball, 55 in the 55th minute. The substitution that came in for the Lubbock Matadors was Pablo Diaz. He checked in right as the ball was kicked off to get things started in the second half. And of course, Grease Monkey is our sponsor for our substitution. There's no substitution for you or your car. Go check them out today.
We talked about Diaz being the super sub for Lubbock, coming in and already providing that energy for them. That's what you want to see from the bench.
Right. He of course, he has been one of the goal getters for the Lubbock Matadors this season. He's got 4 so far. And it looks like we're seeing some more people starting to warm up for the Matadors. I believe that's Marcus Krogstad getting ready to check in.
Bringing in the firepower now.
Seth with some laughing faces, and Abigail saying Jan. Jan is the research person. John, you put me in a pickle there, man.
I did?
I don't know. I felt it.
What did I do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Of course, John had his bride up here tonight. We're glad that she was able to come hang out with us.
Yeah, helping out
I had
with
my
us.
bride up here earlier this season, and she had a lot of fun up here. And Dustin is exactly right. If you have not come check out a game, you need to, because this is the new hot ticket in town. There's a lot of great things that happen at these games. There's a lot of great energy, and man, it's just so fun to be here.
It's out of season for other sports. Perfect time for NPSL season. Krogstad coming in. Looks like he's about to check in on his dead ball.
Yep, Krogstad getting a check in for McNeil. It looks like Ethan Gio McNeil's night is done, and about to come into the game is Marcus Krogstad, the freshman from Indiana Tech. He has 5 goals so far this year, and he's been sensational. And you're seeing some of the guys that check in that see a lot of minutes for the Matadors. Of course, substitutions are brought to you by Grease Monkey. There's no substitution for you or your car. Go check them out today. USA, who's your favorite Champions League team? That's for you, John.
Ooh, Champions League team this year. Ooh.
Gomez going and getting that one.
Arsenal coming in is young. They are a young team coming in. Thirsty, hungry for it, especially after missing out on the Premier League title. Not my favorite, though. That's my favorite personally, but not the favorite.
John, our GM put a little pressure on you there. The duck reference was really good. The calm up top.
Calm up top, paddling like crazy underneath.
Yeah.
We've seen it. We saw the adjustments too with Coach Gilbert, making those changes coming into the second half. Great touch there, turning, going up the field, a little bit too heavy on that through ball.
Seth wants to know who's been our man of the match so far. That's hard.
It's tough. With the play being spread out as equally as it has been. Not a lot of shots on goal for Lubbock. That's actually unorthodox for them, only 4 shots.
Right, and the one goal that they do have, we did get it confirmed during halftime through multiple people that it was an own goal. And so Mata will not get credit for the goal that happened in the 24th minute. And so I guess right now your man of the match is the player that kicked it in for you, right? Because there's been some issues on the defensive side of the ball, and I think the Matadors would agree with that they've given up some chances to Austin United.
Kobayashi's pace has impressed me, though, maintaining help in the back and then pushing the attack forward.
I do agree. I feel like Kodai Kobayashi, the 5'10" senior from Texas A&M International, has really been one of your stars from tonight. I feel like on the defensive end, if there's somebody hovering around the ball, it's him.
Great play through the middle there. Oh, Lubbock still trying to attack the right side. You saw the formation almost not quite a full switch. Midfielder pulling the defense over a little bit just to send it back on the other side that they were attacking initially.
Got a throw in here.
Trickery.
Yeah, I like trickery. Throw in here. You see the assistant coach Yuri standing up, calling out some plays. You love to see that. You know, coach told us that during the pregame, not this game, but the last game before that, right, against the Laredo Heat, that his assistant coaches could be a head coach anywhere. He truly believes in them. He trusts them as Diaz loses control right there a little bit.
Another heavy touch.
Oh, and a celebration there by Austin United. Now, I would celebrate in that moment too, right, John? Because when Diaz had the ball right in front of him, and he's a guy that can make something happen in those moments.
You got a lovely touch by Andres. Nice little inside touch, flick to the outside, and that created the buildup right there. That was the opportunity to send the ball in. Couldn't get it. Back line is maintaining for Austin United.
Going back to some of the comments, Abigail Rodriguez saying, saw these boys play in San Antonio. Great team. Abby, I'm going to mess up the last name. Abby R is what I'm going to go with, saying, go, Jan, go. Can we just spam the comment section with Jan? I would love that. Let's just, everything Jan. Let's do it. David saying, give Kobe the ball. And then Lou saying, show Jan, Joseph. I don't know what that is, but we'll spam the comment section with Jan. I think that would be outstanding. That would be outstanding. In the 61st minute now, we are all in on the second half, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. We're at 126 people tuning in. You'll love to see it.
Great build up here. Not exploiting anything, but not playing. Oh, just looking upfield and missed the touchline right there. Just dribble down.
Right.
But it's good that he's looking upfield. It's the attacking mentality. This is actually doing really well at that. He's been all over the field, actually.
He has. And I believe he's another one that could be in the running for the man of the match, presented by Signature Stag. I do want to say Aaron Asamoah is now checked into the match as they are crossing it in. And it's going to be, as it rolls out, real close, but it's going to be a Signature Stag corner kick for Austin United. That is their third of the match. Abby saying, go, Jan, go. Love to see that. Abby saying, we're big fans of Jan, the researcher. Abby saying, go Matadors, and then Jan is the hype boy for the Matadors.
Let's get it. They're going to need a little bit of energy here. They're playing maybe a little bit too slow. I'd like to see more balls going in over the top like they were at the last end of the first half.
A little stutter step there by Austin United. Again, this is a Signature Stag corner kick. It's a low one.
Driven, a little bit behind.
Yeah, and you see the speed of, is that Mata right there?
Yes, it is.
As he tries to set the tone. Diaz calling for it out front, and he has a step. Great defense by Austin United. And, yeah, the Matadors getting all excited, and rightfully so. You see them trying to set the tone right there, John, and that's what Diaz does with his team. He's the guy that can sneakily get behind the defenders and be wide open like that.
Really easy for Lubbock to do that on that counterattack there, too.
I got you, USA. Signature Stag corner kick. Signature Stag, your one-stop man shop. It's the Matadors' third corner kick of the match. Yeah, you see with some of the substitutions that's coming in, the intensity's starting to pick back up.
You put some of the heavy hitters in, especially with Krogstad coming in too, applying more pressure up top in that top third. If you want to talk about that top third right there, this is a little Let's get you some 101 right here. Top third, basically the attacking third for any of the teams, and that can go either way.
Trying to go back post there. Too high for, that was for Kobayashi.
Top third there where the attacking third is. Middle third, obviously, is the midway line on the field where your midfield lives. Back third is where your goalkeeper and your defense live. There's a little bit of one for those that don't know.
No, I like it. You know what we need? We need one of those things where you can draw. You know, like they do on the
telestrator?
NFL games. Yeah. Got it. One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
We saw Lubbock a little bit turning on the speed there with the attacking front, especially off the edge there. Andres doing very well to get across the touchline on the bottom of your screen.
See Asamoah there battling and coming
Great
away
touch.
with it.
That was a
Yeah,
great touch.
that was a 2-on-1, and he managed to sneak out of there with that.
You're seeing the midfield opened up a little bit for Lubbock.
Of course, tonight, like Dustin said, we might be announcing close to 5,000 fans here in attendance, and that would be outstanding. That would be the new high for the Lubbock Matadors. Oh, and an awesome opportunity.
Oh.
They dove right in front of him, but it's outside the box. Matador faithful looking for something there. That was Stefan Morea there with the ball, trying to get in and make something happen. What are you seeing there, John?
Another slow build-up. Again, starting from the edge. Nice little 1-2 there. Oh, I don't know if that challenge was clean enough, though.
As John's looking at the replay on our YouTube channel here. Going back to some of the comments, Lubbock Vamonos, one more goal. Go Matadors. USA wants me to yell Golazo whenever if the Matadors do score again, as Krogstad comes away with it on that far side. Trying to boot it in the middle, and it's blocked by an Austin United defender.
Great defense, keeping pace there. Blazing speed on the edge again. Krogstad coming in, he provides you those opportunities too, trying to get behind the defense as quickly as he can.
He provides an insane, offensive threat.
There's no second guessing the touch is what it is. As soon as he gets it, he's opening up and he's running upfield.
Right. Well, and you see Diaz here on this far side sneaking behind the defenders again.
That back line has shifted a little bit. You can kind of see they're playing the edges a little bit more. It's overloading is what they're doing. Oh, great touch.
Yeah, Krogstad battling, trying to get something in there.
That's what you want to see, too. Good intensity.
Right, you see the physicality, and then the good sportsmanship there as they both get back up and, they shake some hands right there.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Let's get physical, not crazy. We're not trying to hurt anybody out here. Get physical, get back up. Let's keep having a good match. Great match so far, too, from one.
The twin has spoken. Joe, good pace so far. Seems like the war of attrition.
You're controlling the midfield is what's going to get you up there, too. We've seen Lubbock kind of exploit the cross, sending it in a little bit more. Austin has had good possessions with their build-up, but I think the sense of urgency trying to get upfield a little bit too quickly is kind of what's hindering them a little bit.
To some of the comments here. What a tackle from David. Abigail put me on the field, coach. Abigail's ready to go. What position would you play, Abigail?
Yeah, let us know, Abigail. Suit up.
Yeah. What position would Jan play? I'm all in. As we are in the 67th minute.
You saw the run not continue right there for Austin. Just not getting into the open field. And I know it gets tough there at the 16-yard line.
About to see another substitution come into the game for the Lubbock Matadors. Luke Jones about to check in to the match. Of course, substitutions are brought to you by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for you or your vehicle. Go check them out today. And Grease Monkey's getting the most out of their money today. A lot of substitutions so far for the Matadors as we have gotten into the second half.
And we did anticipate this. Again, we had one sub immediately as soon as the half started, too, which, again, Coach Gilbert digging into the back pocket, and you are afforded those options, too, which is great.
He digs into that back pocket because he knows he has some money back there, right? He has the depth on this team.
Well done.
If I dug into my back pocket, I wouldn't have anything. No money.
Probably lint.
Probably some lint.
Maybe a leftover catfish.
Hey, from dinner tonight. Here come the Matadors. Oh, wow, what an awesome play right there. Crossing it into the middle to Krogstad, too high.
That's a great chance.
That was beautiful right there. And that was Pana Giorgio, the freshman from Indiana Tech, trying to get it to his fellow Indiana Tech teammate.
It started with the defense sending the ball to the other side, getting past both of those defenders down the line. Great cross in, just a little bit heavy. A runner on the end of that, putting a head on it, might be in the back of the net.
That was a thing of beauty. And you know what, that goes to show the touch that this game requires, right? It is a fine line between too hard and not enough. You got to know exactly how much touch you got to have to be able to get it there. And these Matadors are executing just that little bit is the difference between that going in.
The question for Austin is how soon will the dam burst for them with Lubbock applying all the pressure that they are. They're attacking from multiple angles too, which is a little bit concerning for Austin's defense.
Well, and you kind of see the switch happen at halftime, so Coach must have lit a fire in them at halftime.
Oh, I mean, we saw him before. Kind of the 44-minute mark, just not fuming necessarily, but again, expressing frustration for a man that is relatively calm from all accounts that we've had with him.
Right. We saw the underwater. He did one of those duck flip overs.
Yep, you saw the feet just kicking right there, just for a little bit.
Austin trying to flip the field here. Almost got his hand on the ball right there as he was running by it.
Great contact there too. Austin's looking to make a sub.
Yep, Austin about to make a substitution. That's one of their 3 players that they have on the bench over there. And that's been something we've seen this season with the visiting teams, John, is that the depth that they don't bring everybody on the squad when they come and play these matches.
They do travel light, and I really hope it's not a detriment to the ability to stack a team and recruiting for them. But it's tough to see for Austin too, especially with fresh legs just onslaughting you coming in.
Yeah, here's Diaz, a great pass into the box. He's trying to recover, and he does it. Pablo Galitero Diaz puts it in. What a goal! And for USA, it's golazo! The Matadors are up 2-1.
Keep saying that. Keep that. That rolled off the tongue very well for you.
I'll take it. In the 71st minute, Pablo Diaz had to recoup and regather himself and puts it in the net. And the man now has, 5 goals on the season. He joins McNeil as well as Luke Jones and Krogstad. There's 4 Matadors with 5 different goals on the season. Pablo Diaz continues to be a shining star for this club. His home college is LCU. His home country is Spain. And representing the Lubbock Matadors tonight.
I talked about the dam bursting there. Just a beautiful cross sent into the middle. Diaz right there, right place, right time. Austin's defense just taking a couple of steps, just jumbled up basically. The defender falling down, allowing Diaz to get open. Great finish too, patience in the box.
Going to some of the comments here on the live stream. Abby saying, that's beautiful, sir. USA, they should add some of their reserve players onto their roster. I believe I was talking about for Austin. You know, I think it's got to come down to a lot of different things when the teams travel. Financing is probably a big portion of it, right? You can only take X amount of players.
Dustin talked about, too, having the great partners that Lubbock does have. And I believe that does allow them to fund the team as well as they do. Great partners at that.
A lot of wows, a lot of yes. A golazo from USA. Go Lubbock. A woohoo, go Matadors from Jay. Seth saying let's go. A lot of excitement here on the comment section, and you love to see it for the Matadors. Jay Garza
bumped up too.
It did. We are currently at 137. Jay saying watching from the confines of work. We'll be there next week. Yeah, it's the last home match against West Texas FC on July 5th. You want your face in the place, that's for sure. That's another one of my lines. Face in the place. And you love to see it. That one's the classic. Actually, you know you say it too much when because I'm a teacher outside of this, when your students start saying it.
Maybe you're setting a good example.
You love to see it.
You just looked at me deadpan. Line delivery.
Hector McNeil saying nice goal. We needed that one badly. You did. And John doesn't like this word. The momentum was going into halftime with Austin United.
I'm rolling my eyes right now.
That was the serious eye roll.
You want to see a strong 10 minutes here, approaching the 75th minute.
I think you want to see the gas pedal remain down, right?
Coach talked about that too pregame with us. Oh
Yeah, something happened here. Krogstad
no! He's
with
pointing.
his hands.
Yeah, he's pointing at the spot.
Krogstad with his hands up in the air, and it looks like Austin United's getting ready for. Is that a penalty kick?
It is.
Whoa, a penalty kick coming in the 74th minute now.
Great throw in to get into the box. Ooh, yeah, it looked like a little bit of contact there. Krogstad in the. No, that was Horvat right there in the middle.
Come on, Matadors.
So Jan is the one wearing the red shirt and the black hat. Here is a penalty kick, though, in the 74th minute for Austin United. Of course,
The crowd is hyped right now.
yes, the loudness is elevating. And last week against the Laredo Heat, that was the difference in the 2-1 ball game, was the missed PK by the Laredo Heat. It was too strong, and here's Gomez trying to make another stop. Can he do it? Firing to the left, and he does! Sam Gomez, the Great Wall of Lubbock, dives to his right and blocks it. What a stop!
Studying film will get you that. Intuition puts you ahead of that. It's all positioning from the goal striker there.
What a stop. You hear the excitement from the fans, and again, here's Austin United pressuring again and just clearing it out as it matters. Up to Diaz. The goal keeps having to climb up to get it. Diaz had a step on his defender there, John.
One perfect touch that gets you ahead of there, and you're walking the ball in at that point.
Superb save, says Hector. Abby's huge save. Stop, says many other comments. And the fans are not happy right now.
A roar of boos raining down right now.
Right. Coach Gilbert was up on his feet. Not 100% sure as I was looking down at the comments. That's the one negative about me doing the comment section, is that I missed some things. That's why we got John up here, though.
We got the replay in here.
Yeah, we do.
It's working. It's just a little bit of game. Oh, it's the yellow card issued on the sideline.
Some comments. Abigail saying Sam read him like a book.
He absolutely did.
Yep, he got some points off of that book. Remember, I was in school. I had to read books to get AR points. All right, we're in the 76th minute, and it's time for a water break, and you can kind of tell the he hates it. I'm going to say it.
You're going to say it. I know you're going to say it.
Let me. There's someone. I whispered it for you. You can tell, though, the mojo and the juice is on the side of the Matadors. And, yeah, okay, you got to admit that the excitement level is something that can carry on to the
Oh,
pitch.
yeah, absolutely. I can agree with that.
You can agree with that?
I'll agree with that.
Yes, we can agree with something
I'll get
here.
you with that one.
All right, so 2-1 now. The Matadors really starting to, they needed that goal, and I think the comment section would agree. That was a pivotal point in this game. And then, of course, Gomez stopping that goal, and you see his teammates celebrating with him down there right now.
A fatal error for Austin in that center back position, allowing that goal to happen. 2-1 right now.
I think Seth called it.
That was actually a red call, too. But
Seth
you
said
see
Sam
Lubbock,
Gomez save incoming, and then he called it.
You see Lubbock applying that pressure, though, and they're letting it fly, too. They're putting that into fifth gear, if you want to call it that, and just putting the pressure on that back line. And Coach talked about that at the beginning of the match with us, too. He wants more goals, and there's no question about it, especially with the pace that they're playing at right now.
At the end of the day, these games are all about goals, right? Who can put the most goals into the back of the net, and the Matadors are finding a way. And it's been a theme for this season, right? When they needed it, they've been able to find a way. And I think that's a sign of a good team, right? A team that when things are not going specifically your way, you still manage to find a way.
Pressure situations is what gets you ready for the playoffs. We're facing adversity again, up 2-1, 2 weeks in a row for Lubbock.
Going back to some of the comments, Sam Gomez, best in the nation. Joe, the Twins, is blessed by Seth. I agree. Some of these comments not so nice about the refs. as John laughs. Diaz, again, leading the charge up front. The goal keep having to go and just let it go out of bounds. Will be a goal kick. I love the pressure that Diaz is putting on the defense of Austin United. I know we were kind of undecided on man of the match, but since the start of the second half, we're starting to possibly see some people step up and find a spot.
You get the normal starters in the formation like that. And again, we talked about them having touches at some point. Coach Gilbert implementing them as soon as he did obviously led up to that whole build up there.
And you see once Austin United gets the ball on that side of the pitch, the defense is suffocating, right? They're tenacious.
They're trying to overload the ball, and they're trying to stop Lubbock from flowing onto the outside of the field, of the pitch. They had a good opportunity there. Messy handling there. It's a sloppy tackle too.
Yeah, Mitar frustrated with himself right there as Austin United's player slowly gets up, but they're quickly back to the action. Across the middle, too strong. And is that a throw-in? That thing threaded the needle right there. I couldn't tell if it was on the left or right side of the flag. It's going to be a throw-in, I believe. Yeah, this comment section is pretty great. Seth,
they're having some fun.
Yeah, Seth and your twin brother Joe are bonding.
Not even from the box, from old indoor. He's talking about Lubbock indoor.
Yep. I like Ronald's comment here. Sam was in that shot like fleas on a stray dog. Yeah, he did stop it. That's for sure.
Out of a cannon too, especially with that ball being placed low.
Right.
To the outside.
He had to dive on as he dives and catches that one.
That elbow is clearly not bothering him.
Not at all. The comment section is pretty great, Abby. But the Matadors are pretty great as well. They,
you know what's better than the comments?
Being here?
Absolutely.
You've been on both sides of it, right? I can't remember which match it was, but you were in the comment section. And
it was against Fort Worth when I was in Fort Worth, actually, and the comment section was rocking then. I've been on the field. I've been in the stands maybe for about 20 minutes at one point. Just doing it all out here.
Yeah, you've gotten the Telemundo interviews. You've done it all. Across from Diaz to Krogstad, too tall. You keep seeing that play develop. There's a design. They're trying to feed it to him. Well, just a little too high.
With his athleticism, too, you want him to get those balls that nobody else can get.
Yeah, no, those are not 50-50 balls. It's one of one, and he's the only one that's going to be able to get it.
Just a little bit heavy on that touch we see in the replay. Yep, just right over. The ball is exactly where you wanted it to be, just a little bit too high.
Mozo's staying loud and proud down there as they celebrate. The Matadors leading 2-1. But again, you got to keep going. As Austin United showed in that first half, they have all the recipes to cook something up. They can do it.
They've put Lubbock again right here on the back heel.
Right, as they were pressing forward again.
Oh.
Trying to get it inside, and they do come away with it.
Trying to thread it a little bit too much there.
Back to the inside. The Matadors clear it out.
Yeah, player goes down in the middle. Play on, ref says.
Trying to thread the needle. There was just too many Matadors in that line right there for him to be able to break through.
The defense is stacking a little bit. The midfield dropping back. And they're quick to get back, too. Look at some press again. Just the motor. Dynamo. Oh, took a hit to the face there.
Yeah, I'm looking. Oh, that's Mata. And it's Gomez catching the ball right there. You know, the shot difference has been kind of big tonight, the differential between the two clubs. I believe I have the Matadors at 6, and I have Austin United at 8.
Yep, I have that one.
So, Stephanie saying, just subscribe. So glad I can watch when I'm not able to make the game. Thank you, Stephanie.
If the heat's keeping you on.
Krogstad up front. You see Diaz kind of going towards that back post. He fires. Too strong. Ricocheted off of an Austin United player, and there's a signature stag corner kick. Signature stag, your one-stop man shop, the 4th of the match for the Lubbock Matadors. Of course, we do want a lot of people to subscribe. We set a goal coming into the match of 150 subscribers. I'm going to refresh my page so that I can see how many people are subscribed, huh? I believe we started at 102 coming into the match.
We did.
And the goal again, 150, so make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things. We're at 122. Here's your corner kick. Krogstad looking like he's going to be able to chase that down, and it's going to be a throw-in. I like what he did right there, right? Because it would have been a goal kick, but now it's going to have to be a throw-in.
Ref called a goal kick on that one.
Oh, wow.
I think it touched out before he got the outside of his foot on there.
Gotcha.
Marcus surprisingly not in position for that. He's about 3 yards up. Just kind of hanging around, maybe waiting for a deflection, but the ball sent a little bit heavily, wanting him to be on the end of it too, just didn't take it.
Got 142 people tuning in. Again, we thank everybody for tuning in, and we do want to thank our sponsor for streaming for tonight's game, and that's Mears Mazda Volvo, Lubbock's locally owned luxury dealership since 1971. Our focus is on our clients. We want them to enjoy their experience, find the vehicle that's right for them, and ultimately be glad they came to Mears. Go check them out today. We're super grateful for them because they've been our streaming sponsor all year long, and without them, helping support us, we wouldn't do this. So, I think Abigail wants to get in the game.
Andres on that last possession had a great touch, funneling from the middle to the outside. Cheeky little shot trying to get the near post there.
Right. Do also want to mention Live Oak Animal Hospital is a locally owned animal care and pet hotel facilities here in Lubbock. They're an award-winning group of veterinarians and animal lovers offering more than thoughtful treatment options, better boarding, and more genuine patient care. Live Oak is committed to community and love partnering with the Lubbock Matadors as part of their initiative and commitment to Lubbock. Of course, Live Oak off a slide, and you see their sign right down there in the middle on the 50-yard line. I believe they had a Live Oak game last year where I got a little outfit for my dog. It was a little
outfit.
Yeah.
So your dog's small.
Yeah,
it's a rodent.
He's a 6-year-old toy poodle. He's 8 pounds, and yes, it's only
That's rodent-sized animals, right?
Yes, it is. He yaps all the time too. That's why we couldn't come to the bark at the park, right? Because he would have a heyday.
It's the little ones always just.
Yeah.
They're backing it up. It's like, hey, I'll go at you. I don't care how big you are.
Pretty sure my neighbors hate me for him. All right, tonight's community partner, though, is the city of Matador, who recently was devastated by a tornado. The town of Matador will receive a give back on behalf of the Matadors of $5 of each ticket. And our local partner, Hub City Body Shop, will be matching every $5 given by the Matadors to help the relief fund as the town looks to rebuild. Tonight, we are celebrating being Matadors, and as Dustin alluded to, our general manager, we are really close to 5,000 is what we're kind of hoping for tonight. So if you get $5 for 5,000 fans, that's going to add up. That's going to add up. Abby, I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what I got to do.
Yellow card issued there on that challenge.
Who was the yellow card given to? I need to write that down.
What's the number?
Of course, speaking of ads, thank you, Abby, yellow cards are presented by Alliance Federal Credit Union for people, not for profit.
More substitutions coming in.
Yeah, Ronald. Yeah, Ronald says we remember correctly. They gave out Matador jerseys for your pup.
That's number 15, David Anthem, replacing number 6, Mikar Mitrovic.
He's a good dog. I say he yaps a lot. He's the most loving dog I've ever had, John. As we continue on, we are in the 87th minute, and again, this is we'll have some extra stoppage time because they did stop for some water breaks and some few moments, but I don't feel like it's going to be a lot of extra time like we've seen in some matches. We saw 7 minutes of extra time against the Laredo Heat.
Mitar came out on that substitution there. We talked about.
Of course, substitutions are brought to you by Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for you or for your vehicle.
I was setting you up.
You did.
That was the alley-oop.
that was a slam dunk. That was a windmill slam dunk.
Andres still out there on the field, again, has been a dynamo. Funneling from the midfield, getting all the way up, sending those balls in, and just keeping the attack.
Continuing on in the 88th minute, comes Austin United. Of course, they won 2-0 last game against Brownsville, their first victory of the season. The Matadors 7-0-0 on the season, currently ranked second in the NPSL in their second season. No sophomore slump for the Lubbock Matadors.
Austin has been exploiting the right side of the formation there too, which is kind of what they got away from the first half. They didn't really see too much of this in the second.
sets you up for failure, man. You're gonna have to get a jersey for your pups.
My dogs aren't pups though, man. They're big. Got a pit bull.
Oh no, they had the big ones too.
Oh, they did?
Oh, they had
okay.
they had extra small all the way up to extra large.
The pitty's the only one that wears actual clothes, dog clothes. So
Yeah.
he'd be the only one. The cat, not so much. The other dog, not so much. Formation staying the same for Lubbock, keeping 4 in the back and just applying pressure. They look like they're overloading the right side of the formation, the top of your screen, just preventing Austin from doing what they do. Austin does seem to stay away from the left side, the bottom of your screen.
And that's probably on purpose.
Yeah.
You talked about earlier about when Sam Gomez made that stop diving to his right. It's because of research. It's because of homework. He knows he's studied, and it's clear that Austin United has studied, right?
And they're staying away from the countering opportunities there. There you go.
Yep, here come the Matadors putting some pressure. That's Luke Jones there. Putting the pressure there. Abigail Rodriguez saying these boys' heads must be made of steel. I'd probably be knocked out trying to hit it with my head. I fought that multiple times this season.
Abigail, you can't say put me in and then say, I don't know if I want to take a hitter.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I definitely have thought that multiple times this season, though, because they're using their head, right? And
Hit the sweet spot. This is the sweet spot, right? The top
one-
of the forehead. You're good.
And we do have a Matador down right now, but it's the ones where the goal keep. When the goal keep is the one that kicks it across the field, and is when they boot it 60 yards and you hit it with your head. That's the ones that's gotta hurt.
I did not enjoy defending corners too. And I'm
Right.
tall, so people, put John in there. Put John in the box.
Put John in the box. He's tall.
Oh, yeah, he jumps. He jumps high too.
I didn't know what you were looking for right there, John. So.
It was the injury.
Oh yes, we do have a Matador still down on the field, and it looks like they're stretching the player's left leg out. So, and that kind of happens with the heat, right? It's been 100 plus today. It's probably still in the low 90s right now with the winds coming at about 20 miles per hour out of the south heading north. I sound like a meteorologist, but that kind of sounds like cramps. That's the recipe for cramps.
Yep.
And that's what we kind of hope it is, as the Matador was down, because the cramp is healable.
And even with the, not necessarily mandated, but the optional water breaks that they do take full advantage of that too. But the heat, still kicking right now.
Yes.
As we're in the late stages of the match. Lubbock looks to be comfortable on that back line. Also not really applying too much pressure. Again, I mentioned that Lubbock was overloading from the middle and the back on the right side of the formation too, just preventing Austin from getting anything into the box.
Coach Gilbert out there very animated right now, and that was Pana Giorgio that was down. His back standing, he needs to check back into the match. And they're letting him back in, so glad to see that he was able to stay in the match and continue on. Mata with a great header to Krogstad. Krogstad has a step, trying to kick it with his left foot, and it goes off. He looks like he got banged up a little bit right there. Krogstad, though, when you see that kind of play happening there, John, it's hard not to get excited.
Full speed. Again, Krogstad is very good at getting downhill. A lot of contact there, but referees calling for the corner kick there.
Abigail saying, "Put me in, coach, with a helmet." In all caps.
Looking like Petr Cech. Oh yeah, I agree.
Stephanie saying, "Love that the LBK has made a name for themselves in the NPSL." They really have, and I think because of the success that the Matadors are having, I think it might spread. I think
I'm
Amarillo,
for it. I'm really excited for that.
I think Amarillo might have a team in the future. I think Abilene could have a chance to have one. Maybe San Angelo. I think there's something special happening here in Lubbock, and if you haven't come to a game to check it out, you need to, as you see them boxing out the players there for Austin United. John, I think it's time to. I think they're trying to kill some time on the clock and
get that gamesmanship going.
Yes.
Allow yourself to get that defense planted back there. Austin is still making moves though, so let's not count them out just yet.
No, they want it, and they don't want the Matadors to have 3 points. At the end of the day, these two teams, they're all competitive. They're all competitors. They're all out there trying to do something and get the win. Like, Austin doesn't want to have to drive 6 hours home and with a loss. They want to upset and not let the Matadors get any points.
We're almost almost approaching the +3 minutes of stoppage time. Austin feeding it again, top of the screen on the right side of the formation for Lubbock.
Seeing them trying to cross it in, but the great defense there.
Oh, you have your wing wide open for Austin. Number 4 is unchecked right now.
I was going to say that, Joe, but I never said it. I was going to say park the bus. I never said it, though. Because at the end of the day, like, if they still have a chance to go score, I think they're going to go for it.
Oh, not with Gomez back there. Sticky hands.
Yeah, he's had a pretty great game tonight.
I got my man of the match lined up.
You do?
I do. As we see another substitution getting ready for Lubbock. Probably to milk more time off the clock. That is the game's main strategy there.
Yeah, Euros Yevchek is looking to check into the match. Of course, the Matadors will be on the road after this tonight. They will be heading to Denton to take on the Diablos. The Diablos won the NPSL championship, not this last year, but the year before that. And so they're a very talented club, rich in history, and that's going to be a tough contest.
I advise anybody in the Denton area to get out to that match, my brother included.
Yeah, absolutely. Go rock the Matadors and make some noise. I know as Euros Yevchek is checking into the match, that is a substitution presented by, who's it presented by? Grease Monkey. There's no substitute for your vehicle or for you. Go check them out today. Oh, great stuff by Old Fashioned here. Speaking of great defense, does your pet need a great tick defense? Head on over to Live Oak for tick prevention.
Well, thanks for providing coffee for that. That was excellent.
That was beautiful. Yeah, Live Oak, of course, our presenting sponsor for tonight. I got to read them. I'm giving a list.
That's why we love the live chat. That's why we love the live.
They're
stream.
holding me accountable here. I love it.
Except for last week when we said there was 10 men on the field.
Yeah.
Nobody corrected us.
John.
That was my fault. I'm still taking the heat for that one. That's my fault.
He's gonna hold that over himself for a long time. You
I
know, at the end of the
will.
day, you're gonna
I
be your
will.
hardest critic.
I'm always my harshest critic.
Yeah.
Much like Coach Gilbert being his own harshest critic too, just not allowing Lubbock to rest on their heels here, and was preaching from the start that they wanted intensity. They wanted. Oh. That was a weird transition there. As they were preaching intensity, wanting more goals, wanting to be up ahead, so you can afford yourself that cushion. But even then, just downhill, flying the entire time. Everybody's back now for Austin on this set piece.
Do you see who's kicking the ball? It's the goalkeeper for Austin United. He's on the opposite side of the 50.
We're in the dying embers of this match, too.
Yeah. You got to think he's going to be trucking it backwards after that. As Austin United gets it, and there's going to be a quick throw in. Oh, Luke Jones gets the ball and he kind of drops it there so that they can kill a little bit more time. That's a little bit more of the game, right?
That ball didn't have enough air in it. He wanted a ball with more air in it.
Yeah. Alex saying great game all around. Great job, crew. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for tuning in. Hope Lincoln's doing good, baby Masterson. I remember that from last match. Joe, the brother, I was going to, but I didn't. And then Abigail saying, there's Jan.
Saw it. We saw it.
I saw Jan.
Also maybe has one more press.
There's a lot of people asking questions.
They're trying to press. They're trying to play it real quick here.
Right. I'll be interested to hear what they think about it. The coaching staff in the final, after the game, seeing what they think of the final stretch here. Trying to cross it into the middle, and the Matadors just going to kick it and try to clear it out.
Oh, there goes the shin guard.
I'm looking to see there's a lot of communication between the official and a lot of the players down there on the field.
Coach Gilbert looks to kind of wanted to call time here. Come on, how much extra do we have?
Right, we are inching near the 7 minutes extra time.
Oh, they played it a little too early there, but we saw what was developing right there. Kind of pushing the ball up the field, crossed it in at the last second. Strong wall of defense there for Lubbock.
Right, and as they all drop back, Gomez climbing up and punches it out.
What a punch.
That's got to be his signature, and that's going to do it for the match. The Lubbock Matadors are 8-0 on the season. They continue to be undefeated on the year. They beat Austin United FC 2-1, and the Lubbock Matadors continue to remain red hot and will continue to remain the number 2 team in the NPSL. That's a good feeling right there.
I'm all smiles right now. That was a great performance by that team. We talked about adversity, overcame it, and almost immediately with those substitutions in, it was a different mindset from that team.
All the comments saying Sam with the punch to end it. That's exactly it. That was a knockout punch to end the match by Sam Gomez. All right, so we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. 2-1 the final score. Of course, the Matadors are now 8-0 on the season. And let's break it down how exactly it happened. In the 24th minute, we thought it was an Andres Mata goal, but it turned out to be an own goal by Austin United. Gave the Matadors a 1-0 lead. 45th minute, right before halftime, Austin United, Orlando's Frias ties it up. We're knotted up at 1. We all had knots in our stomachs heading into halftime because Austin United was cooking something special.
They were
right
coming
then.
back, and they found a way to exploit the defense for Lubbock.
At that point in the match, we had no clue who would be the signature Stag man of the match.
It was tough.
It would have been a tough decision to make after the first 45 minutes. But in the 71st minute, Pablo Diaz continues to be one of the goal getters. He's now at 5 goals on the season. 4 different Matadors, now at 5 goals. That's pretty impressive because when you look at some of the other teams across the country and across the NPSL, they only have 4 players with 1 or 2 goals.
Oh, yeah. You love to see the attack spread out, not knowing how you're going to approach, not knowing who you need to defend. An attack on all fronts just makes it difficult for the opposing team.
We are getting some more of the comments. Did we have an official attendance count? They have not announced it. Our GM told us they sold more than 5,000 tickets, though, and so I think they're probably going to go with the tickets sold. Maybe I'd be lying to you guys if I knew how they were going to count it. So I don't want to give an official account yet, but I think this was one of our best crowds just from this point of view looking down.
The winning culture here is starting to spread in Lubbock, and having more people out here celebrating, as you can see, celebrating with the Mozos as always.
Yes.
Remaining undefeated is fantastic, and that's why you're seeing this level of fan participation, out here.
So the Joe and Seth, the guys that have been bonding all night in the comment section, are both saying that Sam needs to be the man of the match presented by Signature Stag.
Disagree.
Tell me why.
Oh, Andres Cullen. Just
Oh.
playing fantastic football out there, funneling the attack to the edges, keeping pace, making sure Lubbock's on top of everywhere that they needed to be. He was a defender in the last match. We got to talk to him post-game. Played in the middle, and in practice, he usually can float in either of those center back positions, center mid positions, even on the back line. It was great to see him keeping that pace up, keeping that motor up for sure.
Yeah, you
that's
even
my man of the match.
you have him circled
Oh,
and
yeah,
everything.
That's my man of the match.
Okay. I was going to go with Pablo Diaz if I had to give one.
Oh, off the bench, absolutely.
Yes.
Super sub again, coming in, doing what super subs do, maintaining that mentality of keep the pedal on the metal.
What if I told you Diaz did not start, comes off the bench almost every game, and still has 5 goals? That tells you the impact that young man has on this team. 71st minute, he was the one that put the ball in the back of the net. I would have given it to him. So we have 3 different mans of the matches presented by Signature Stag. The comment section says Sam Gomez, rightfully so. He earned it, that signature punch out, the knockout punch to finish the game. You gave it to Andres Collin. Love that pick because he hasn't been in the lineup for that many times this year because of battling injuries and the ankle. So you're glad to see that. And then I gave it to, of course, Diaz. Going to some of the comments here because, man, they are blowing up. Oh, my goodness. I love how they celebrate with the Mozos, says Stephanie. Alex, that's
man.
awesome. Great support.
If you
Town of Matador.
aren't here to celebrate with the Mozos either, that you're missing out. I'm telling you right now, you're missing out. They keep the energy up, the singing, the entire match.
Michael Salazar saying, good job, Matadors. We got another one. Absolutely. They're now 8-0 on the season after this 2-1 victory. Tomas Gomez saying, biased here, but a PK save changes games. You know what? Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. Because without that PK save that he had when he dove to the right in the 74th minute, we'd be talking about a 2-2 ball game.
You're swaying me a little bit now with that. Oh man, that save was excellent, and there's no other way. There's no other person that makes that save, I don't think. If it's not Sam Gomez, I don't know who it is.
He's the goalkeeper of the month in the NPSL, huh? We're gonna stir that up. You know what? We're gonna go with what Tomas said. And I pronounced his name correctly this time. I had a few people tell me about it.
You did your research.
I did my research. I know who Tomas Gomez is. Yes. And now I know why he's in Salt Lake City, Utah,
In
whenever he's in the
MLS.
comments.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
Going back to some of the comments, brother saying exactly. Old-fashioned, Messi to LBK after the season. Forget Miami.
He played one match for Miami. He's not coming to Lubbock.
No.
Although he should. Oh, I love this. Look at this.
Winners want to win to got 3 points this Seth. Absolutely great job, guys. It was a great game, says Tajay, and then yes from Old Fashioned. Of course, this is one of the big celebrations that the Matadors do. I love it. Yeah, I agree with you. This is one of my favorite celebrations, and we'll end tonight as we watch this celebration. We want to thank everybody for tuning in for our 5th broadcast of the season. Make sure to support the guys as they go on the road to face the Denton Diablos, but make sure you come back on July 5th to support the team as they host their final home match of the season. El Dustico, Matadors, West Texas FC. Who you got? It's a battle of 1 versus number 2 if the Matadors defeat the Denton Diablos. And, man, you really want to be here for that one.
This tight race coming down the stretch. Oh, man, this is exciting football for sure.
Well, and it's the race, and it's 1 versus 2, the last two matches. I don't think you could have chalked it up any better. When they made the schedule, they had no clue what they were doing, but apparently they do.
They're like, we'll set this up. Let's sprinkle in a little bit of intrigue right here for the last couple matches of the season. I heard Dustin talking about a traveling fan base.
Yes.
I'm in for that.
Yes. The owner said he would pay for the tickets of the Matador fans if they wanted to go support out in Midland.
I'm pointing at my face right now. Y'all can't see me, but I want to go. And I think we should make it a thing.
Yes.
You said you haven't been in as a fan yet, do you?
I have not. I need to go.
And if the Moses are traveling too, we're going to have a good time.
Old Fashioned saying skull. Abigail, let's show these Diablos. I can't read the rest of the comment because it's blocking it. Well done tonight by Seth. West Texas for me. Tight race, says Old Fashioned. Oh, there he goes. Not going to read. Abigail, let's show these Diablos what is really like. The Matadors. I love the comment section. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We want to tip our cap to the Lubbock Cooper broadcasting team because without them operating the cameras, doing all the technical things, we wouldn't have been able to do this, and you wouldn't have been able to hear me and John all night. So we want to tip our cap to them. Thank you so much to them, and thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and come back for our next home match on July 5th as we host West Texas FC. For now, though, the second-ranked Matadors remain undefeated, and that's awesome, and we wish them the best of luck as they're about to hit the road to face the Denton Diablos. Until next time, we hope you stay happy and healthy, and as always, go Matadors.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.